Hello, everybody. Welcome to the quarterfinal game, Schism versus Reign of Kings. This is going to be the quarterfinals of the playoffs for GXPC. I'm pretty excited. How are you feeling, Rebel?
I'm pretty excited to see this. Playoff matches are always much more exciting. These best of fives. We saw just yesterday or just a couple days ago, the best of five went so long. So we're hoping for a nice long one here tonight too. So we get to cast.
Yeah, a nice 5-hour long session. A lot of games, a lot of action between those two games. And it seems like Schism will not be having Dylan or Gaudier this time.
Yeah, both definitely pivotal pieces of like SKZ's lineup. Kind of a shame that neither one of them gets to play this first playoff game, but not sure. They're substitutes, the people that they have here ready. I know that they're confident players, so let's hope that they can stay competitive even against Ray.
Hopefully they will be able to. They do have big shoes to fill. Gaudier and Dylan were major parts of Schism's roster. Unfortunately, they will not be here as I believe they're practicing for other tournaments. Hopefully we can get this game underway and we can get into the champ select really quickly, and then we can get into the first game of this best of five series.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the best things about best of fives is like how the kind of draft phases get to develop over the entirety of it. So like sometimes you have teams that stick with the same couple of picks, same couple of bans, same thing like that. Other teams completely swap their comp from one game to the next, and then you have no idea what to ban because you don't know what worked and what didn't. I'll have to see what kind of creative things these teams come out with.
Yeah, it's definitely very interesting. I know that for instance, when it comes to Prophecy Cup, I believe their first season, it was actually Oriana was considered one of the worst picks, but nobody knew how to deal with it. So over the course of the season, she actually became super high priority, and it'd really be interesting to see if that happens again here in this tournament.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I mean, we've seen some things kind of rise in priority. We've seen a Mumu kind of come out. We've seen a couple of things really show up recently as picks in specifically this tournament's meta. So we'll have to see which team adapts to that better or has new picks, kind of pocket picks to bring out here just for this tournament. Those are always the best. Pocket picks are always the best to watch because you get to see so many fun.
Here we go with the first ban, and it's going to be a Rek'Sai ban. That's very interesting.
Ajat is I think we consider him the premier Rek'Sai player of the entire league. If anyone's playing Rek'Sai, it's got to be him. So, that's not even just a pocket pick at that point. It's just like the best champion that he can play. So, banning that out's a good decision. We see Nocturne come out from no excuse, or taken out from no excuse. One of his higher played champions as well.
Yeah, Ajat having some major performances on that Rek'Sai is not going to get to play at this game though, and the Nocturne ban comes out on the side of for no excuse, and there is the Aatrox, an almost 100% picker ban rate in Worlds. A lot of power on that champion.
Yeah, absolutely. It's also difficult to deal with in later game with that ultimate free Guardian Angel type thing. Having to burn through like basically 2 health bars of Aatrox, all of his healing, all of his CC. He's just a difficult champion to deal with, and we know Viator plays him quite a bit. Really good Aatrox player. So
there goes Unique Sakali. He's played it a fair bit too, and then the Zillion is also off the table. That's a very strong pick in general, but no one's going to get to play it. Luckily. You won't have to have that snooze fest of 5v6.
Yeah, SKZ's taken away really I would call them more unique picks or specific bans to target unique Viator and a Jade. But on the other side, I mean, yeah, we see the Xayah come out. That's probably TJ's main champion. But Nocturne is just a strong champion in general. Zillion is one that SKZ's run before and had really great success with on multiple positions. So happy to see more of a wide-arcing ban phase from.
I like the Warwick hover. There's a lot of there's very little priority on this champion. There's the Urgot first pick. I'm always happy to see that. Everybody knows how much I love Urgot.
You love Urgot? Oh man.
I love it when teams first pick Urgot because it means they understand the meta.
Yeah, I mean anything other than Urgot is questionable. I'd say like maybe Kai'Sa's also high priority, but Urgot's definitely up there if he's top. Ooh.
Ooh, and there's the Camille pick. That could be a flex.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I actually don't think Viator plays it very much, so I think that's going to a Jade. I don't think it would go to Unique unless they're really trying for it, or maybe Viator's been practicing it on a different account, something like that. But I would expect that to be in the jungle. They pick up the Kai'Sa too. That's a good set of champions to grab in your first rotation.
Definitely agreed. There's the Tristana, which has been a very good answer to the Kai'Sa. A lot of damage coming out from that champion. I'd like to see maybe an Alistar or a Braum pickup here. I think that'd be really good to take it away from the side of Reign of Kings, as that would provide them with so much engage and a lot to help this Kai'Sa survive.
Absolutely. If I had to pick between, yeah, I'd say Alistar is definitely the better of the two in that situation. I think Alistar just helps Tristana a little bit more, because you want Tristana to go in first, but like with a Braum, the Braum has to apply his passive before you can really start engaging. So an Alistar just makes her job easier because she can jump in, start autoing, and then he can just insta-CC, whereas Braum has to land a Q and auto, something like that.
There is the Scion last pick, a very good champion. Does relatively good into the Urgot, super tanky late game, and not only that, but it locks the Camille jungle, because I doubt we're going to see a mid or support, which means that we have yet to see the mid laner or the support, and that's going to be what's up next.
Absolutely.
Galio's going to ban.
Yeah, we did see it flex a couple of times into the mid lane, though. I'm not sure if Unique plays it very much or if he plays it at all. But, I mean, we've also seen, we have a couple of people that play Scion in the bot lane. Desolate Earth is the guy that comes to mind, the Scion support. But I don't know. It's definitely a very high flex draft so far from the side of Reign of Kings.
I don't get to say this a lot, but I am honestly loving the draft from both sides. I feel like the Galio ban was really, really good. Schism has such good dive potential. I don't know about the Sejuani ban, but the dive potential is so good from the side of SKZ, and it's really smart that they get rid of it. But then the Morgana ban, also from the side of Schism, is super good because Reign of Kings could just destroy them with that pick alone.
Yeah, they're was it double target on the support ban from the side of SKZ to just always time for T, losing so many champions, and then the other side, ban out Galio, Sejuani, just trying to take away protection, just trying to keep the Tristana under wraps, I guess.
It looks like the Ezreal hover. I don't know if it's going to get locked. There's the Leona.
All right, there we go. Okay, so that's probably support Leona. So now Scion is either top or mid, and Camille is either top or jungle, is what we're down to so far. That's good. Maybe we'll get some clarity here eventually.
Ooh, the Swain. That's a little different. We haven't seen a whole lot of Swain mid, but it looks like it's going to get locked here. That is a very, very tanky Schism team.
Mm-hmm. I like Swain a lot because he's a lot like Galio, but with more damage. I think he just scales better than Galio in terms of damage. Galio has, the massive CC. He's got 3 CC abilities, that game-changing ultimate, but, like, as a consistent, like, second-to-second champion, I think Swain is just a better version. And a Kindred.
There's the Kindred last pick. I like the team comp. I would have preferred, if they're going for the Kindred, though, I feel like I would have preferred the Braum.
Yeah, I agree with that. Also, with like the Urgot and the Tristana combo, like I would have wanted more magic damage out of the jungle. But I guess if it's comfort for no excuse, it's comfort for no excuse. Ooh, and a Vel'Koz, yes.
I like the Vel'Koz.
Let's go.
I'm a big fan of Vel'Koz. I love that champion.
No, yeah, I love Vel'Koz too.
It's definitely going to be an interesting mid matchup, but it looks like.
Wait, they're all swapping positions. Okay, so everyone is swapping champions, and they're just taking their... My goodness, what is happening? Okay, so the jungler is now their mid laner, their mid laner is now their top laner is now their support, and their support's now their jungler. The only person that stayed in place was Assidious.
This is what Reign of Kings have cooking up. This is going to be a very exciting series.
What a bait and switch of a draft.
Oh my goodness.
If Schism prepared anything for the beginning of the draft, they had to be thinking, what is going on right now? Like, what is happening in this draft? Out of nowhere, just pulling out like 4 pocket pick champions for different roles. Oh,
so, not a lot of people know this. Ajat, He actually used to be a very, very good mid lane man, and he was an ASOL one trick, and he was considered a very good ASOL player. Now, not only is he a good Aurelion Soul, but Vel'Koz is actually his second best champion in the mid lane, and his Vel'Koz is almost as dirty as his Aurelion Soul. I personally am extremely excited to see him play this Vel'Koz because I have been on teams with him where he's played it, and he destroys people.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good into the Swain too. You just outrange the Swain all day. You outwave clear him. There's almost nothing the Swain can do in lane against him. And with like a Kindred too, like there's like unless he's able to hit an E, there's no CC to lock down a Vel'Koz, so he can sit in the mid lane forever and do absolutely nothing. And he can just scale and become the menace that we all know a Vel'Koz can become.
Well, I'm excited. I'm also excited to watch Unique play Sion. The last time I casted, I watched Unique play the Akali. It was okay. It could have been better. So maybe if he's on a less mechanically challenging champion, he'll do extremely well.
You know what they say about people with poor mechanics?
Play Sion.
Put them on tanks.
Well, this is definitely an interesting draft. I don't know if Skiz are prepared for this.
Yeah, I really don't know either. Like they had to be focusing so much on like putting no excuse in TJ in a good position. They had to be blindsided by this. Like there's no way they had this ready.
Wow. Well, this is definitely an extremely interesting draft. We're going to go into an ad break here, and we're going to be right back.
I'm Borseth, and I own and operate Games XP in Decorah, Iowa. Games XP is a geek paradise. We carry everything from Pong and Atari all the way to Xbox One and PS4, and all the games that would go with those consoles as well. We also carry a ton of movies. We have handheld games. We have Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon. We have D&D and Pathfinder. We carry Warhammer 40K. We have a vintage Star Wars selection. This place is great. My wife and I have had 6 kids, and they are so much fun to work with here at the store. They run the store as much as I do.
And we now repair cell phones, game consoles, computers, and small electronics.
Our store is instant fun. Not only is there cool music and cool stuff to look at, but we have a game room that is so much fun. It's free to play, and you just plug in your game system and enjoy life. The Game XP motto is bringing joy to people's lives through our products, people, and a place to play. So you have got to come to Decorah, Iowa, and check out Games XP and experience this geek gaming paradise.
everybody. Welcome to the crazy draft that is, so far, Schism versus Reign of Kings. We're going to go into game one, and it seems like everybody's just roll swapping to every other lane.
Absolutely. We know that Reign of Kings support isn't here, so they just decided to throw up the draft for this one. Really appreciate that. We see a little bit of a topside invade here, maybe.
They're walking up to Unique. It doesn't look like anything's going to happen. He drops ward. He's just going to walk away.
Yeah.
But the bot side's going to get a word.
Ooh.
Oh, they're still going.
They just want wards, want to, if they're gonna move his 4 into this topside jungle, they got to get something from it. So drop some wards, track the opposing jungler, and we'll see that happen. If they're gonna do that invade, they need to cling to that top wall there, because if they do that, then they can't be seen by the Owlstare until they actually turn the corner and get to the tri-bush. But they ran right into the bush across the river, and then ran right across into like open water, and he just saw them from a mile away. I don't know whether they know that, whether that's what they planned for, but that's what you're supposed to do on that top side invade.
Definitely an unfortunate invade attempt, and now Reign of Kings is going to spot out Schism starting the red buff, and Time for T might be able to get triple buff here, but they actually also see where he is.
Yeah, they see wherever everybody sees where everyone is in this situation, so a little bit of a stalemate there with the jungle vision.
Ooh, it looks like they might actually meet up here on this Scuttle Crab. Time for T has been pinged out. Or he is. No excuse might try to make a play here. There's another ward put down. Time for T just going to wait. Looks like he's just going to get the Scuttle.
Yep. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah. Okay, so the Kindred was waiting for the mark to go up, I guess. Would have contested it if he would have known, because he saw the Camille there. Camille's level 2, just a little bit stronger than his, so
Oh, Time for T. Oh, he's gonna get spotted out. Gonna walk back up. Nothing's gonna happen up on the top side, a little bit of a duel. Time for T might try to look up there. It looks like he's just gonna back away, and no excuse is gonna farm.
Yeah, Time for T getting really aggressive on this.
He's gonna look for the gank in the mid lane, not gonna work the pull through. Stevenator getting the turnaround, he's gonna heal up.
And great plays by the Swain there. Avoiding the gank, not only avoiding the gank, which probably wasn't threatening to his life anyway, but then just turned it around, got tons of damage on the Camille, and then also healed all of the damage he back, so. a stalemate out of the mid lane, I guess, but.
This game isn't starting the fastest, but already you can see the competitive fighting nature in both of these teams already trying to fight, but with a little bit of passivity to it. You know, they're trying to be aggressive, but they're also not trying to end.
Yeah, they're just respecting each other. Ooh.
Oh, a solo kill in the top lane. Goey's going to get chased down by Unique, but it won't be enough. Goey gets the solo, almost dies, but gets the solo kill. No excuse is going to run up here and help him out. Unique's going to pop the teleport, though.
Yeah, absolutely. That bot lane trade, too, was also incredible. We saw TJ. He jumped in right after Leona hit him with the E, so he wasn't actually locked in position and was able to get press the attack off right before his bomb went off. Probably put the Kai'Sa down to maybe 150 health. It was very close to being a kill.
A lot of fighting already for 4 minutes. Not as much as we've usually seen from GXPC matches, but there's definitely a fair bit. And it looks like the bottom side might be caught out a little bit in the river. Viator walking away. Yasidia is trying to get a couple of auto attacks down, which could be a little bit of a tickle fight in the bot side. Yeah,
I like the vision control from both teams already. They've done a great job. They had that early invade, and now they're getting these river wards to prevent all these people from ganking, roaming, anything like that. So both teams playing respectfully, playing the maps. We're going to see long laning phases here, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah, long laning phases means that these players get to scale up, and that means we get to see the Kai'Sa pop off, the Tristana. We get to see the Scion be almost unkillable. And it'll either end up being a slugfest or an extremely exciting game.
Oh,
down on the bot side. Excuse. Invades and gets always Time for T. Schism with a lot of early aggression here. Ajat, he's coming over. It looks like he's going to hit the blast plant. No excuse. He's going to get stunned up. Ignited. He's going to fall. Backpack tries to go forward. The Tectonic does not get him. Ajax cannot land the E, and Backpack is going to run away.
And great job on that bot side. Great invade initially by like no excuse, but I think he stuck around too long, and the collapse from Reign of Kings was like.
Oh, Viator isn't done yet though. He goes forwards. Backpack, he's trying to knock him away. He's gonna get a good knock up and a little bit of damage trade down, but no kills coming through.
Again, the early aggression from both teams is just phenomenal. I love seeing this action. Both junglers getting involved all over the map so far. So.
Stevenator wants to contest the scuttle. He is just going to throw the E and walk away.
Didn't get it either. That's a shame.
A lot of pings coming down onto this bot lane, though. Schism might want to look for something. The bush that Backpack is sitting in is warded, however.
Yeah. Like I said, vision control from both teams been incredible.
Ooh, a good attempt with the Hex Flash. Nothing going to come through with it. He gets the knock up, but will not get the knock back.
And the aggression from lanes, I don't think is actually getting much for anybody right now. Save for that one kill in the top lane, I think we just have to wait for junglers to get involved for anything like really important to happen.
Yeah, and speaking of kills in the top lane, it looks like there might be a couple of more as the ult comes through. Time for T walking forward. Goey, he's getting a couple of auto attacks down onto him. No excuse coming forward. The teleport's coming in from Stevenator. He's going to walk forward, hits him with a Nether move. He's going to look for the damage down onto Always T. He is going to fall down slowly but surely. That's going to be the trade kill from Schism, who were on the backside of the fight but ended up winning it. Although Ajat, he's up here. The bush isn't warded. He gets the full combo down. He's going to look for the kill. And Stevenator is going to flash over. He's going to pop the ultimate. A lot of damage. Ajat, he's going very low. He has nothing up. No excuse. He's looking for the execute. Ajat going very low. The auto attack comes through. The Scion lives, but only with a sliver of health. The dive might happen, though.
Yeah, that was
Ooh, gets the shotgun knee. And Unique is going to fall. A 3-0 for the side of Schism.
A fantastic job by the entirety of the top side of the map from Schism. I mean, they like GOG did a great job avoiding that Scion ultimate, and then also he got knocked out of the Scion's like final like blast there by getting E'd for the Camille, and then the 2v2 was just an insta win. Vel'Koz comes up, tries to get a kill, but the Swain ult just gets him too tanky. Like overstay maybe a little bit by Unique, or yeah, I think it was Unique, but fantastic job by Schism.
Schism really showing their team play there. Absolutely beautiful fight, quite frankly. They were on the back side of the fight. They still ended up winning it. And then this bot lane. Looks like Schism's going to go forward. Oh, TG's going to jump forward. And it looks like he's going to get hard punished. The knockup comes through. Backpack looking for a stun away. T's just going to run away. But Backpack, he's getting stunned up. There's a lot of damage going on to him. The Camille is here. She is coming. She is sweeping. And she is looking for a little bit more. The flash comes through. Acidius, he's looking for a little bit more. The root and the kill. The double kill trade for the bot side.
And just we are praising the top side of the map for Schism. The bottom side, just TJ got really aggressive out of what seemed like nowhere. And Backpack wasn't able to follow his aggression immediately. So just punished TJ really, really hard. The loss of the 2v2. Great roam from T. Always time for T. Also picking up that last game.
Yeah, definitely. It's been, again, very interesting games so far. A lot of teleport fights, far more than I had expected, especially coming into this series. And both of these teams really want semis.
You can already tell, yeah, we're in game one of the series. We're not even 10 minutes into game one, and we can tell both of these teams are here to compete. They're not here to just roll over. They're not here to lose. This is what we want. We want teams to compete. We love watching teams that want to win every single game.
Yeah, no one's playing to not lose here. Everybody's trying to play to win.
Yeah.
Definitely trying to prove that this is not an NA server, and we're trying to prove that we're EU.
An NA server. We're an EU server at heart because we like to win.
We might be NA, but at heart we're EU, or at least Cloud9.
We're Cloud9 at heart.
At the very least.
At the very least. Take a quick trying to update on build paths and stuff. We see Kai'Sa going for that Stormrazor build. It's something that tons of people do it, but not everybody does it because you can go right into Rageblade, things like that. Just go AP.
Oh, the all-in from Unique. He sees always time for T, and he says, let's go for this kill. Goey, he's going to get CC'd up. There's a lot of slows from the Scion. Time for T, he's running forward. The knockup's going to come through. The sweep does not land. Always time for T, he's going for the ultimate. Goey Ooh, he's gonna stop watching. Here comes No Excuse running forward, and there goes the ultimate from the side of the Urgot. He's gonna get the pull through the execute for Schism. They're gonna look for the kill down on a Unique. He has nowhere to go. He has no ultimate. He has the flash, but he's gonna save it as he falls. A double kill for the top side of Schism.
Ooh.
And then in this mid lane, it looks like Stevenator, he's trying to look for a solo kill down on Ajat. He's gonna get it! The damage comes through, and Stevenator gets the solo kill.
Man, this game is insane. Like I said, the top side of the map from Schism is just winning all over the place. Mid lane, top lane, in their jungle. They combined right now for 8 kills. All 8 of the kills on Schism are on this top side of the map. That's fantastic. The Swain doing great into the Vel'Koz. The Kindred all over the map doing great things. And this Urgot is up 4 kills. Just massive right now. Very difficult for this team to deal with. They're definitely ahead. This is their game to lose right now.
Yeah, as of right now, Schism, they are trying to show that, you know, Reign of Kings might be here to compete, but they're here to win.
I hope so. Well, with all these role swaps, it's a little interesting to see like how like things have progressed. The question is, can they get to the point where Kai'Sa can just carry them through the game? Can they get to a point where this Kai'Sa is just big enough to win on her own? And I don't know if that's the case.
But the issue is, that's plan A. Plan B is Tej and No Excuse pull up their pants and they say, we are probably about 1.5 Kai'Sas when you put us together. Really, in the end, it's all about who can carry harder. Is it the Kai'Sa and the Vel'Koz, or is it the Tristana and the Kindred?
And the Swain, Urgot.
And the Swain and the Urgot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's who falls behind. And so far, unfortunately, it's Reign of Kings.
It really is. Yeah. We still see them, Reign of Kings commanding this bottom side of the map. Very difficult to...
Ooh. A very good W from Tej. Saves his life.
A great W from Tej and a great W from Backpack to just disengage that entire situation.
Asadius, though, some great poke from him.
It was a fun one. Oh,
and then up at this mid-dive, there's the Hextech Ultimatum. Ajak gonna try to look for a little bit of damage. The Tectonic Disruption forces No Excuse to back away. Unique is here. The teleport so far seems to be burned as Goey has simply walked, and Unique is just gonna have to walk away for now.
Yeah, multiple stopwatches used here by the top side of the map. It was used on Urgot, and then it was just used on the Swain there to completely negate aggression.
Oh, and now up in this bot side, Viator going down, but Goey is here to save the day. Asadius is going to fall down and No Excuse. It looks like Tej is running forward. There's some shutdown gold down onto the Kindred, and it looks like Viator is going to go down to Stevenators. There are pings down onto the Dragon Pit, but also into the mid lane.
Mid lane right now being pushed by the side of Reign of Kings. Almost time for Key on the top side of the map, so they get this Dragon for free. And they're going to be able to push him off mid lane, so they got nothing for that situation. Just a 2 for nothing and a Dragon going to the side of Schism. And no response from the side of Reign of Kings.
Yeah, Reign of Kings, they seem to kind of just be letting everything happen to them, you know? Like, up in the early game, they were really fighting for it, but it seems like their motivation has been struck a little bit.
Maybe a little bit. In terms of, like, I don't know what even happened in that bot side. I thought I saw a red teleport coming in, so I thought they were going to get support, but I guess it like turned into blue. I don't know if I was the only one that saw that, but it looked like a red teleport, so I thought maybe Unique was coming down, but I don't know if he canceled it or anything.
Well, Unique and Goey, they have their teleports on about the same cooldown, so it could have been Unique teleporting down, but then canceling it.
It might have been it, yeah. Like I said, I thought I saw it, but I don't know why he would have canceled it in the end. Maybe it got canceled by another champion. I wish I could go back and see it, but
well, if we ever get a replay system, we'll let you know.
All right.
We'll definitely let you know what happened there. But so far, Schism, they're just trying to demand this game. Rift Herald surprisingly untouched, though.
Yeah, I assume it, once this bot tower gets correct, they can move their top lane up, and they can get a really late Rift Herald to allow them to push with the Tristana once she gets a little bit stronger. Yeah, that bot turret might... Oh, no, they have like 4 people on the bot side of the map, so they don't want that to go down. Anytime. Yeah,
I think ROK knows that this bot side is pretty much what's going to cost them the game. If this goes down, then that opens up so much of the map for Schism.
Oh, but Camille's about to reveal herself on the bot side of the map, so now their bot lane can pull off and they have massive priority on the top side of the map. I think Kindred could just go take it right now by herself.
Yeah, that's true. No excuse. He could look for that Herald. He's going to walk up to it. Looks like he's going to try to solo it. As everybody from Reign of Kings, they're trying to go bot lane to see if they can help their friends down there.
Mm-hmm. With the combined combined engage of a Leona and a Camille, you probably have enough damage out of Kai'Sa and Vel'Koz to actually win like a 4v4, 3v4, whatever they can get down there. But they need to make it worth their while. They need to get a turret. They need to get, pressure. They need to get things out of it other than just the kills if they want to come back into the game.
Well, there's the Rift Herald. No excuse. Did solo it, and he gets it for completely free. No one's going to contest it. It looks like there's going to be a little bit of fighting in this mid side. Stevenator's getting full comboed on. He's going fairly low. The Vel'Koz ult going to go down onto him. He's going to pop his own ult. Ajak going to back away as he sees no excuse. But up in this jungle, it looks like Goey and Always Time for Tea. They're trying to duke it out. Goey going to have to run away. He's going forward very quickly. He's going to flash away. Unique taking a lot of damage. He is going to be frontlining, but he's going to have to back away. Goey as well.
Little great sidesteps and great jukes there by Goey to just avoid all of the damage that was going to come through there. He was in a little bit of a bad place. It was nice to see him get out of that. He did have to burn his flash, but it was great sidestepping on his part to get out of that. This is definitely a calm before the storm. Everybody seems to be setting up for their power spikes. Teak has more or less hit his. Stevenator trying to look for that power spike for the Zhonyas. Gobi trying to get that Righteous Glory. And I'm pretty sure once he does, that's going to be just a lot of fighting this side of Schism. Yeah, there's going to come a time when this Rift Herald's going to get dropped, and they are going to have to deny it. Because if they let the Rift Herald drop and let them take a tower for free, they're going to be down about 5,000 gold to a Tristana, a Swain, to an Urgot, to a Kindred. Like, the scaling on the side of that team is very difficult to deal with. You have to actually contest that. And that's where I think our conflict's going to come from here.
Yeah, someone's going to have to make a do-or-die move here. Viator tries to land the E, does not get it.
No, that was mine.
Oh, man. I want to see what... Oh, hey, the Kindred did something cool. I haven't seen Stormrazor Kindred yet, although I haven't seen much Kindred in general, but I wouldn't think that that's what you would build on it.
Oh, there's the Rift Herald in the mid lane, but they're also sending 3 bot lane at the same time. This is very interesting. They're actually going to force them to go mid, but they also have to go bot. So they can send Kindred down and try to look for the dive. It doesn't look like he's going to stop a Viator. He's actually going to get flipped over. The stun goes down onto Goey, but he's still fighting. No excuse of fighting Unique away, trying to battle him off in this river. Rift Herald actually didn't get much.
Yeah, just got the I think it was a charge on mid tower, and that was it. But yeah, the Vel'Koz was able to stop it. This is the play they were trying
Viator, this is the play that they are looking for. Reign of Kings, they're trying to get all their damage down. Backpack going very low. Tej also going low. He's going to flash and dash away. Backpack trying to get a Sadius. Goey, he is on the front side. He's going to get stunned up, though, by the Camille. A lot of damage going down on him. Backpack going to have to kite away. Always Time for T getting knocked up. He's going incredibly low. Teach could look for the kill here down in this backside. Ajat, he's going to get a kill down, and no excuse. The Kindred's going to fall, but no time for T. He's not done yet. He goes for the Hextech ultimatum. He's going to go look for the damage down to Goey. He's going to survive for now. He is not going to get a Sadius. Ajat trying to do his best to kill Stevenator, who's on the backside. He gets 1 kill. Can he get any more? He gets the never move. He gets the double kill. He's going to try to walk forward. Schism, Blackpack doing whatever he can. Stevenator and his support trying to do whatever they can to try to win this fight. Unique doing a lot of damage. Backpack very low. Stevenator also very low. Unique looking for the double kill. Viator lives on a quarter of health.
What a fight! That was incredible. Give Reign of Kings a hand in the chat. That was the longest team fight I've seen in so long. And they came out very, very cleanly towards the end of that. Obviously, it wasn't a perfect team fight, but it was spectacular for being down 5,000 gold at the time. Oh, man. Perfectly played by Sion. I like that Ajit on the Vel'Koz was able to stall the Swain from getting into the fight really well. Tristana being able to move and the Alistar peeling for her made it very difficult for Camille to get kills. But the dive ended up just working, and she got so many. Just a fantastic team fight in general from Reign of Kings.
Reign of Kings are starting to show a little bit of signs of life here.
Mm-hmm. They have a pretty good team composition. I mean, the engage and the forward fighting like style, like
It looks like there's going to be a little bit of an engage. Unique running forward does not land the ult. Tish, however, getting fully engaged on another stun that comes through. Gobi trying to look forward. Asadius has the ultimate. He's trying to kill. He gets the kill onto the other 80 carry. Goey also gets the kill down onto Asadius, but they're not done yet. Ajad looking for some more kills. Goey is trying to run forward, though. He sees that he has his mid laner, and there's a lot of pings coming down on the spot side. Doesn't look like Reign of Kings is done yet. He's looking for the tactical suite here. Always time for T. He's running forward. Goey gonna fall down. Unique tanking a lot of damage here up in this front line. He is not going to get the knock-up. The never moves come through down onto him. Stevenator, he's walking very far forward. The root does not land, and it could be very dangerous in this bot side. Schism answer with the mid turret.
Yeah, Schism, they had a good fight there. They had great through the beginning. The Kai'Sa got stalled out really, really well by Goji on this Urgot before she was able to get that ult onto Tristana. The W, or the passive, the Stacks of Plasma, almost wore off on the Tristana before she got her ult off, and if that would have been the case, that probably just would have been a one fight for Schism, because Tristana would have got out the back. But great job by Asadius making sure that he was able to get onto the Tristana, get that kill, and then I guess No Excuse just never showed up. He just went right for the mid tower and just took that instead, so maybe an even trade for Schism in their eyes. But now every outer is cracked, so let's see. Or nope, they still have bot towers. That should be cracked here any second.
Reign of Kings, however, is definitely doing their best to try to not only play damage control, but get themselves back into this game. You know, what was a 5k gold lead has only simmered down to about a 2 to 3k, if my math is right, which it isn't, because they just got a turret.
Yeah, for a team up so much gold, we wouldn't have thought Schism would have struggled in these fights. But like, it's just the layering of these fights. Like, there's so many layers, like where fighting is occurring, that like the Tristana can't be in her tank line. Tristana can't be forward with the Alistar, and so if you're not stacked as 5 on the side of Schism, the fight becomes a lot more difficult to play because you need everyone on the same targets at once.
Yeah, not to mention the blatant difference in 80 carries. Like the gold, Asadius has a 17k gold, 17 CS lead and 4 kills.
Yeah, it equates to a 1,300 gold lead on the side of Asadius. Looking at other gold leads, it's exactly opposite. So 1,300 gold lead for Swain over the Scion. You got 1,200 gold lead on the Kindred. Oh, we have fighting here.
Oh, it looks like Unique is going to try to look for a fight down up in that river, as down in the mid side, Tej is going to go down to Viator. Schism not looking too good up in this fight.
Oh my goodness!
However, Gobi does get another kill. Stevenator pulls through Unique. He's going to look for the never move. Stevenator's fighting over here. Asadius is going to get a kill down in the support, but that means that he's not in the remainder of this fight. Tej actually might go down here. Goes for the ultimate. Ejat is here. He's looking for a little bit more. He does not have the ult. He's going very far forward, and he's going to get hard punished, almost with his life it will be. Unique, however, is also going to go down. Unfortunately, a silly mistake from Ejat there, going way too far forward, costing him his life. Oh, Tej almost kills Asadius, jumping forward.
Tej spelled blood in the water there. Like I said, in those team fights, we really want all of SKZ to be on the same targets in the same place at the same time. In that one, they did a really good job of having 4 people in the same place. And then we saw Goey get that solo kill in the 2v1 against the Scion and the Camille. And because of that, they just won the fight outright right then and there. So great job by Goey. He's been playing fantastic on this Urgot all game.
Oh god, he has been a massive beacon of light for Schism. Even though it seems like the bot side of Schism is trying to throw away his lead, he's saying, guys, come on, I want to win this one. And he's definitely doing his best to do that.
Yeah, that first pick Urgot really coming in clutch. Currently has, what is that? I think it's a 139 gold lead, or CS lead over Viator. So the Leona not doing very good at CSing right now in the top lane. Really poor job. It was a cheap joke for cheap puns, but I figured we'd all get some entertainment out of that for now. We haven't even spoke about the Kindred. Like, Excuse has been great in this game. I know he's subbing in for... Is it Dylan? He's subbing in for Dylan right now, but he's playing phenomenally on this Kindred.
At this point, we don't know what Schism's roster is anymore. Just assume everybody's the starter.
Everyone is the starter.
Who's the starter? Gaudier, And no excuse.
I'm the
And
starter.
Dylan.
Am I
And
the starter on
Stevenator.
Schism?
Yeah, you're the starter.
I'm the
We're all the
starter.
starter. We're all on Schism.
Everyone is the starter. If everyone's the starter, does that mean no one's the starter?
I think we're getting a little too deep into this.
Just philosophical. Still, we got to see a little bit of a stall here for the last couple of minutes. We need to see where the action's going to go next. Assumably, we want to see Baron come out with like a Kindred and a Tristana, both on one team, and the zoning potential. Oh, and there it is, the Baron.
Yeah, looks like that they're going to be starting up the Baron. Tej doing a fair bit of damage to it as well as no excuse, but looks like they're going to run away. The Never Move does not land on anyone. There's a teleport. Oh, and a very good ultimate from the side of Ajax gets down a lot of players. Schism is going to have to back away, and Goey is down onto this bot turret. He might get it.
So like they just lost a ton of health, and they have to back off the Baron. Oh, he's
Time for T. Cancels the recall, so they might actually be able to get 2 turrets out of this.
They're going for 2. Yeah, if I were to Reign of Kings, I would have actually turned right for Baron. Their entire team was down right there. They had burnt the teleport of the Scion, which was the goal of Schism, but they took so much damage in return for doing so. I think if they had just turned right onto the Baron with this Camille, they could have taken it fast enough.
Yeah, but they might actually just look for Goey here. He's a little bit far up. He doesn't have any friends nearby either. He's going to push forward down on a Unique. This could be a hard punish from the side of Reign of Kings if they try to go for him.
Yeah, absolutely, but Camille has to turn back up towards the top side because, again, they're pressuring Baron. Goey is just commanding so much attention here in this top lane. Still has his TP.
Stevenator gets engaged on, and he's trying to look for a little bit more. He gets the Never Move off. He's trying to pick down Fiator. He is very low. Goey going up on this side. Stevenator. Schism seems to be definitely winning this fight. They're doing a lot of damage, but Ajax, he gets the ultimate. Unfortunately, there's the Kindred, all the Lamb's Respite. Nothing is going to be coming through. It looks like Unique is going to go very low here. The bomb's going to pop. No excuse gets the kill. And Ajax in this mid lane, he is going to fall as well. Always time for T, though. He gets the flash. The Buster Shot comes through from Tej. The tactical sweep is not enough. Always time for T. Just blood in the water here as he's going to fall to no excuse. Wolf is going for the bite. He's going to run away, but he's only buying time.
Yeah, they're probably just, if they don't keep chasing, they might be able to go for Baron. They need a tank there, though. Alistar and Urgot both looking for time for T.
Back tackle flash.
Nice. Burn it for the kill. I guess he has Hex Flash, so it's not that big of a deal, but still making sure that he can't really challenge. And this is just an absolute 100% Baron here for the side of Schism. They're playing much better now. They just took the lead. They're going to be able to push even more, and this team composition is really coming together.
Tej almost has that Infinity Edge power spike, too. That's really massive for the Tristana.
Yeah, absolutely. As the rapid fire cannon, definitely attack range. Yeah, just a little bit, and the Infinity Edge comes out, and then there is not a person on the side of Reign of Kings that needs to not fear the Tristana. It's gonna be a good time. Is that also? Is that another Infinity Edge on Kindred too? He is just all in for the carry on Kindred right now. Yeah,
it looks like we're going to have a double KD carry team here, but it looks like Stevenator, he's going to be a double tank here as he's walking forward. Goodness. Oh my god, the Drake gets stolen by Unique, though. He's going to run forward. The team fight might not be won here, though. Oh, TJ, he's getting all engaged on Ajax. He's getting the ultimate off. He's doing a lot of damage. Goey, he is actually going to fall here. The Baron might have been for naught, as it looks like Schism might lose this fight.
Wow, yeah, it was great job by both teams. Both teams had great performances in that fight. Players doing really good things. Let's see if this continues. Oh, that Q damage was crazy.
Stevenator, no excuse. They're running up this mid side. They know this is all they can do.
The Sidious is going to be able to come out here, though. Yeah, they're going to have to back off. They could go towards top side here. There's a massive wave there, but I don't know if Kaiser's able to. Kaiser would probably be able to prevent that too. Yeah, they just need to back off here. Save the Baron. Start another split.
A very explosive fight. Schism maybe not judging the Scion damage correctly. They lose that Infernal Drake, unfortunately, and they're going to have to reset. Only 2 members left with Baron.
Yeah, the beginning of the fight was phenomenal. I thought that backpack with like the flat or the WQ into the Alistar, he got a triple knockup and split their team completely in half and let the other 4 members of Schism just target down the people that were right in front of them. they didn't kill them fast enough, and then the Camille was able to get onto the back line to prevent TJ from running away in that space. And then the Kaiser, I can't remember champions today. The Kaiser was dove on, but she didn't die. Ended up getting the ult off, not dying in the slightest, and she just ended up cleaning the fight. So a great place from both sides.
Ooh. T baiting out TJ's W.
Baited and outsmarted.
That's a classic.
That's a mental outplay right there. You don't do that to just outplay them. You do that to make them think every time that's what they have.
TJ, no excuse, are both on Infinity Edge power spikes. Oh, but Unique, he's trying to look for the all-in here. The Hextech ultimatum coming through from Always Time for T. He's going to get knocked away from his Hextech ultimatum. There is a teleport coming down. Ajad doing what he can to do as much damage as he can. Stevenator is here, though. It looks like they're going to do a lot of damage. Unique doing whatever he can up in the side of the fight. There's going to be a trade for kills there. Stevenator trying to sit in this front side. Asadius doing whatever he can. Goey does miss the ultimate, unfortunately. He's going to be walking forward down onto him. It's the 1v1, the top lane versus the AD carry. And it looks like TJ is going to finish off. Unique is going to fall. And Goey wins the 1v1. Ejat, the last remaining member of Reign of Kings, he is the team's last hope for survival. He is trying to kite away, but it does not matter, as Schism are going to push for the base and try to look for the end.
A fantastic fight again by the side of Schism. They've done a much better job clustering their team together and fighting as four, and Goey getting these really good flanks on his own to just hunt down the back line. Can't do really anything against this Urgot build. He's so tanky, and he's just a strong champion in general, and because he's so ahead, you can't kill him. Fantastic job by Schism. They got everything. They turned it into a lead. They took that lead. They got the Baron, and now they win the game. Or at least they're close to it.
Yeah, Schism might not actually be able to end the game here. Ooh, backpack with a wonderful W on the T. Going to knock him away from his E. Schism just going to take what they got, and they're going to recall. They might look to end another day.
They're sitting on just over a 10,000 gold lead, though, so they're probably a little comfortable with that right now. Probably have enough item on a couple of people or enough gold on a couple of people to be able to buy a new item. I see Black Cleaver probably started here for the Kindred. I mean, this Urgot gets tankier. This Kindred and this Tristana just do more and more damage, and it just gets harder and harder for Reign of Kings to be able to with.
This game was definitely close to start, but it's no longer looking that way. Schism have a very firm grasp on what could be their win over Reign of Kings in this best of 5.
Yeah, absolutely. They have massive gold leads basically across the board. The only person is Asadius. Asadius is up by about 100, 200 gold over TJ. So, save for that one minor advantage that they have, there's nothing on the side of Reign of Kings.
And no excuses over this top side. He is pushing for the turret. He's going to have his team come with him. They're going to get this second turret as Goey split pushes down on the bot side too.
Yeah, very difficult to deal with here. Goey does have his TP as well, so you're going to be able to join anytime he wants. The Scion not being in the...
T. Wow, he gets chunked.
He has no sustain either. That's permanent damage right there. That is... that's how they're going to lose this. If he keeps tanking, Qs like that, that is huge damage coming out of the Vel'Koz.
Yeah, the Vel'Koz damage has become a little bit massive as he has the double needless. Luden's and Morellonomicon, he's definitely spiking a little bit. Oh, the never move down on T. He's going to have to go back to base after that one, and that might be the opening for Reign of Kings to push down a turret.
Both teams just have a ton of poke, a ton of ability to actually get things done. It's so difficult for them to do so.
So good too. Oh, but it looks like the Heart Engage coming through. Viator on the Leona coming forward. Goey, he's going to look for a lot of damage down onto here. He goes a little too far forward as the Sadius picks up the kill. Stevenator taking up that turret. He's going to go down to Zonia's. Viator dies to the backside to Tej, but it looks like they're going to try to push for a little bit more. Schism do not want this fight to be over. Reign of Kings, on the other hand, trying to reset.
Yeah, 1-for-1. Goey went.
Ooh, the never move, and it looks. Oh, AJ's going to get one shot. That should be the end of the game. An unfortunate push forward from Reign of Kings.
Yeah, Stevenator with a fantastic E there. I was just about to praise both teams for their ability to pick off champions that quickly, and we saw it again. Stevenator hitting 1 E, getting 2 people in that with the Alistar W. Well,
there goes Unique too.
No.
Not looking very pretty.
Oh!
Reign of Kings of the Lammers spike drops down, and there is no way they lose this one. Schism pick up the first win of the quarterfinals.
what a game between this game was really competitive. There was, for most of it at least, Schism was the team that was winning. They had control, but there was never a Reign of Kings just rolled over and you expected them to lose. They were constantly fighting, trying to make it work, trying to get a victory in this game. So let's hope they do the rest of the series too.
Yeah, well, it looks like we're going to push for a break here, as that was a very explosive and very intense game. We will be right back with Game 2. Whew. Hello, everybody. We are back after a very exhausting Game 1. Game 2 is going to be starting here very shortly. Reign of Kings versus Schism. Schism is 1-0 right now, but are okay. They're looking to get their first win of the series.
So yeah, they got back Nezumi, so their main support is stepping back into his role. We'll have to see how that impacts both teams. That means that the draft from Reign of Kings was kind of hidden, but they were able to scout out SKZ's game plan. Maybe that comes in as a benefit, but also maybe not. So we'll have to see how that affects this draft.
There's Reign of Kings sticking with the Nocturne band, sticking with their guns, saying this is the right band, we want to keep this up. And Schism doing the exact same.
Schism has no reason to change. I mean, they know that Viator and Unique can change the team. Zillion comes back. I think we might just see the same first set ban. I don't know why they. I would at least ban something from the side of SKZ in this one, but maybe they felt like because they were all in an off roll at the time, they just didn't get an adequate read on what SKZ could do.
Zillion, the Aatrox ban. Nobody seems to be thinking that the draft was the problem. Schism, definitely not. Reign of Kings. There's the Swain ban. There's the adaptation. And definitely rightly deserved.
Mm-hmm. I like the Swain ban a lot more. It does open up maybe if SKZ wants to go through something like a Galio, like we saw last time was banned, but they have to draft it earlier in the draft. So, What was their third ban last time? I don't remember what their third champion was.
Can't remember myself either, but surprisingly, it looks like they're going to give Gobi the Urgot again. Not surprised about that pickup at all. Asadius going to get the Kaisa. No excuse. I would more or less expect to see a support lock in here. Maybe the Alistar again for backpack.
Maybe. We'll have to see.
Ooh, and it looks like the Ezreal lock-in. He was hovered before, but it didn't look like he was necessarily going to be the AD carry. Tej might be picking him up here. It could actually also go mid.
Yeah, we saw the just the update to his W and a little bit to his E. I guess the E I guess counts a little bit, but it was mostly just number adjustments, and then his W got that rework that gives him mana when you were able to.
Oh, and someone dodged. Welcome to NA Solo Queue, ladies and gentlemen. Someone dodged. It looks like somebody made a drafting error, as it was Nasumi who left, and he is right back.
Oh.
No. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, there was a bit of a miscommunication here.
Yeah, it seems like there's a question about whether Ezreal is actually available to be picked yet or not. Interesting. Okay.
All right. There is a little bit of an argument right now.
Yeah, we're going to get a ruling here any second now. The idea is that Ezreal has been out for a week, but picking it in the first round of playoffs might have some sort of additional rule to it. We're not quite sure. We assume it should be safe.
All right, well, it seems like we're going to have to wait on a ruling here. And it seems the ruling is that Ezreal is fine.
Yeah. Ian Sky. Okay, yeah. Yeah, wait. Same draft. Okay. Well, we're going back. We're redoing the exact same. So we'll still see this. Interesting.
Alright, everybody's saying R in the chat. It looks like we're going to get right back into pick ban. Everything is apparently the same, so nothing new should be expected here.
Yep. We did see that set of ban. Oh man, I didn't take a chance. I could have looked and saw what their last ban was. I don't remember what it was. Okay, that's fine.
Well, it doesn't matter anymore because we already know the next few bans. In our turn at the Rek'Sai, it is going to be the Swain at some point. Next up will be Zillion.
Yeah, and Swain.
This one's going to come up last. Aatrox ban out there. Nothing new.
Yeah, just targeted bans toward the top side of the map for the side of Reign of Kings. So that they can get some sort of... And then we see the Kaiser lock in here.
Or maybe we won't. We'll find out.
Maybe we won't. I think it has to be the same. Up to the point where they had it. So it should be Kaiser here. Yeah.
Well, there is the Kaiser hover and eventually the lock. And with the Kaiser lock in, that means the Urgot. Not Warwick. Urgot.
And Ezreal.
And there is the Ezreal. Again, could be flexed mid, could be ADC. I've seen a fair bit of it. I've played a little bit of Ezreal mid, and it is very fun.
It's very
I don't know
fun.
about good. I know very fun.
So when I first saw him come out, I thought that his W was going to apply to red buff and blue buff, and I thought Jungle Ezreal was about to make a comeback, and I was very excited because I was a big Ezreal jungle guy back when it was a pick.
You were wrong.
I'm wrong.
Don't get your hopes up, buddy.
Don't get my
Ezreal jungle's not coming back. Instead, we're gonna have Ezreal mid where he belongs. You guys get Talia, we get Ezreal. That's the
Wait,
trade-off.
but I'm not a jungler. I'm a support. I just like playing Ezreal jungle.
Doesn't matter. Junglers get Talia, and then mid laners get Ezreal. It's
What a
not a fair
support-
trade.
Supports get nothing. That's what
Supports
we
don't
get.
get anything. Supports don't get to have fun. And that's going to be the Graves and the Scion. Nothing new. Scion probably not going to go to Unique this time, and Graves probably not going to go to T because he's not here.
I'll have to see. I don't know that matchup between Urgot and Scion last time went pretty heavily in the favor of Urgot. Now remember, this is Viator's Scion instead of Unique Scion most likely, so we'll have to see how those two interact with one another.
The big difference between these two games as well is that last game, the side of Reign of Kings had an incredibly early game jungler, but instead they have Graves, who's he's kind of a weird jungler. You know, his ganks are potent, but they're not Camille potent. But they're also not Master Yi ganks. Looks like both teams are going to keep up with the same bans as the Thresh goes away, and so does the Galio. We're going to see if there's another Morgana. Nothing filtered yet.
Okay.
And, ooh, the Lissandra ban away. I like that.
Yeah, now they have first selection, so maybe what they're looking for is like they ban the Lissandra so that that's another control mage that's been taken away, and now you can pick the Morgana. So there's very few CC champions you can pick, and Graves doesn't have much CC, Kaiser doesn't have tons of CC, so like you're really looking at Scion right here, and you have to deal with the fact that Morgana's probably going to get locked right.
I'd like to see an Irelia from either side. With Lissandra and Akali off the board, Irelia doesn't really have that bad of a lane against any other mid lane champion. I think it would actually do pretty well to round out either of these comps, especially from the side of Reign of Kings, to put Unique on that Irelia.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to see that too. I think I'd like it. Did you say which side? I'm sorry, I didn't catch which side you said.
I said Reign of Kings.
You said Reign of Kings? I would actually kind of like to see... Oh, they switched to Rakan. What? You left up Morgana and then you're going to pick Rakan? What are you doing?
Oh, it's not going to be the Irelia. It looks like it's going to be the Irelia. We're going to get the Yasuo, which is far more entertaining.
More entertaining, more worthy, and it's not. It's Morgana. No, it's not. No.
Oh,
we're getting
even
bait
lamer.
with it. Just pick your champion.
Even lamer. They just get more and more lame.
Yeah.
Even worse.
Even worse. What are you doing? What
Wow.
are you doing? Come on.
We went from the highs of Yasuo to the lows of Shen.
Shit.
And the worst part is, that's Shen support.
What do you mean that's the worst part? That's the best part is Shen support. Or it's a River Shen. This could be a Graves support.
I suppose
seriously.
you're right. The Yasuo still getting hovered. So is the Orianna. Good ball delivery. And it's going to be the Ori lock.
Couple of really good ball delivery. Like Shen is pretty. He's not the best at it, but he's pretty good at it. Sion's not bad at it. That tunnel system or the I can't remember what it's called. Shen.
Sion's got the run it out mid strat. The submarine strat, I think, is what you're looking
Submarine. That's what I was going for. Yeah, you're right. You got it. You understood. A submarine strat with the Shen and the ball.
There's the Syndra hover, known historically to be a very good laner into Orianna, is going to get locked.
Yeah, they have a really SKZ's got an interesting team comp. They have like the Xin Zhao and the Urgot frontline, and then they have super long range Ezreal and Syndra with like a Rakan who can either play Peel in the backline or you can go forward with the tanks and just play that engage. So gonna be a unique team fighting style from the side of SKZ.
It is definitely an interesting draft. The Orianna lock in with the Scion and the Shen. I like the submarine comp and I like the snowball.
Mm-hmm.
But if someone gets on the backline when they try to do that submarine comp, everything just seems to fall to pieces. You know, if Ajax gets caught off in the jungle, then he's kind of screwed.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing is that like you don't even necessarily need to get caught in the backline now, because with this submarine strat, all you need is champions that can damage through or around or from a longer range. With Ezreal Qs and Ws getting dropped, with Syndra's like Q, E, and then like the ultimate coming out, like it's just risky proposition for Orianna or for Kai'Sa to get anywhere near that backline, especially with Xin Zhao and Urgot, threatening the same area. It's a difficult one to pull off. We'll have to see how Reign of Kings is able to do it.
That's not even to mention how easy it is for Backpack to either peel the front line away, or to dive onto that back line with his Recombo.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Urgot Fear Beyond Death to pick off any weak champions. It's definitely going to be a difficult game from both sides, depending on how well they play it out. If Ezreal can get a good lead, I feel like it could be very scary for the side of Reign of Kings, though.
I haven't seen a full built Ezreal since the rework. I know it's not a ton different than he was before.
It is.
It is?
Oh, it is. A WQ can half health your Scion.
Well, I realized that. Yeah, I figured
It's
that.
a lot.
It's just not the same. So, did they actually change anything to make him different other than just giving him more burst?
No, the only other thing that they lowered, the only other thing that they really did is they lowered the damage off, or the AP ratio on his Q, but the W alone is actually so much damage that it almost doubles the amount that you dealt before.
Okay, well that's pretty substantial. I say we'll have to see how that kind of interacts with this lane with Kai'Sa and Shen. I can't imagine how Kai'Sa Shen versus Ezreal Rakan lane is going to go down. So I'm excited to see this.
Yeah, it could definitely be from either side. It's going to depend on whether No Excuse can get early leads in the jungle, or if Jat can scale up. We're going to find out which is going to happen after our short ad break in just a second.
My name is Tim Borseth, and I own and operate Games XP in Decorah, Iowa. Games XP is a geek paradise. We carry everything from Pong and Atari all the way to Xbox One and PS4, and all the games that would go with those consoles as well. We also carry a ton of movies. We have handheld games. We have Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon. We have D&D and Pathfinder. We carry Warhammer 40K. We have a vintage Star Wars selection. This place is great. My wife and I have had 6 kids, and they are so much fun to work with here at the store. They run the store as much as I do.
And we now repair cell phones, game consoles, computers, and small electronics.
Our store is instant fun. Not only is there cool music and cool stuff to look at, but we have a game room that is so much fun. It's free to play, and you just plug in your game system and enjoy life. The Game XP motto is bringing joy to people's lives through our products, people, and a place to play. So you have got to come to Decorah, Iowa, and check out Games XP and experience this geek gaming paradise.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Reign of Kings versus Schism. We are in Game 2 in this 5-game series. Reign of Kings, again, is down to Schism, who is up 1-0.
Yeah. A great first game from Schism. They had a lead most of the game. Never really looked like they had completely lost control. Reign of Kings never really looked in control, but now they have their full roster back. Now we see the topside invade once again. Going into this bush, this is not how you do a topside invade. That's better. Okay, but he slipped into vision just as that happened. Alcidius was able to catch Gowie, and now they are not going to do anything. And they're getting spam emoted from the side of ROK.
A lot of MIA pings down onto him.
I love it. Fantastic. Anyway, now that we're seeing neither team goes for deep vision this time, so this time we're just seeing a normal 5-point from both teams. Take a minute, talk about some keystone looks. We see Grasp the Undying on Scion. That's not always what you go. In the Uriat matchup, I can't imagine it's super easy to proc that, but maybe that's something that Viators practice. Ajit took Press the Attack. That, I think, is a mistake. You usually want Fleet Footwork or Dark Harvest on Graves. But maybe because of the nerf, he felt like it was more necessary, so now he takes Press the Attack. Let's see how that one goes.
I know Tarzan does Press the Attack on Graves.
I'm sure it's not a bad thing to take. I just know, like, the last time I saw Graves, or, like, I don't keep track of Graves very consistently anyway. Like, when I see him, usually he has one of those two. I know that, like, Dark Harvest just got nerfed, or at least its early game got nerfed, so maybe that is just what you take now. But
the goal on PTA is usually just the auto, and then you get, like, a burst of damage with the QR.
Yeah. I'm surprised no one takes Hail of Blades. Hail of Blades
It's not
is really
good. It only procs after the first auto attack. So you auto once, and then it's every auto attack after that.
Well, you don't really use the attack speed, so it's like every auto after that, you get that small attack speed bonus, but also you get the reload bonus. So if you, like... Oh, the fight in the bottom.
Outside, level 2, all in.
Mm-hmm.
Not actually going to be a massive win for Schism, actually.
Yeah, got a good health... Oh, no, I guess both of them just pop pots, and now everyone's going to be fine. Great.
League of Potions. At least they only have 2 now.
True. Oh, man. I had her sticking around too long, taking the poor end of that trade, but nothing crazy yet happening between these two teams. Nothing like last game.
No excuse. Does get a little bit of a deep ward, though. We'll see when a Jet pilots down to the bot side. And the bottom side for Schism is just always pushed up here.
Yep. Great job. They want to try to hit these Ezreal Qs to get these procs of Kleptomancy off. I don't think he's hit many, if at all, actually, in this early laning phase. He needs to hit these Qs, start taking advantage of that summoner. Oh, just missed that one.
There's actually a fair bit of bot lane priority here.
Yeah, interesting pathing here from the Xin Zhao. So he went, it looked like red to Krugs, and then he went bot side Scuttle, and now he's going Gromp up, all the way full clear. So that's a really, really good clear. Should get him pretty high leveled and pretty high gold. Graves doing not that. So he's probably going to want to put a back in there somewhere or come for a gank.
And down in this bot side, Jet might try to look for a little bit of a gank here. Nezumi walking forward, does have the taunt, but is going to get hit with the Q.
Fantastic. Did he take... Okay, he took, what is that called? I can't remember. Spell Thief's Edge. I don't like Spell Thief's Edge on Archon. That's just my personal preference. I don't think it's that good.
It's a little bit different for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I think the general consensus is Ancient Coin or Spell Thieves, though.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I can only come up with a few scenarios in which taking Spell Thieves is even beneficial.
Oh, up at the bot side, backpack, low on health and mana. He has no potions.
Yeah, Nezumi is holding on to his Ignite here, too. Like, he can definitely all in with a Flash and an E anytime if backpack just doesn't do too good.
Oh, and it looks like there might be a dive on the top side. Schism going forward. Yowie is going to have to back away. Viator going to be able to farm up this wave a little bit.
I'm not sure if they wanted Gowie to start tanking that immediately. I think maybe he started tanking it earlier than he wanted to, and so they just had to back out immediately. But great sense of where they were and what the tower was doing by Gomi to get out of that scenario before it turned rotten for him.
So it's going to be a very different game from last game. Not a lot of action. Most of the gold leads on Schism are all from CS leads, though. And there does appear to be a pretty massive CS lead up on the top side.
Mm-hmm. Neither mid laner has back yet either. I think the Syndra has an advantage in this laning phase, especially with that electrocute. Just has to be really careful with her mana here because she is low. Looking like a back here, yeah. She's going to come back and probably start to abuse this Orianna matchup.
Seameter surprisingly did not take Ignite. It's not necessarily the best thing to do. I'm a little surprised he isn't just going to try to go for solo kills on a unique here.
A little bit. I'm surprised the heal is what came out. Heal is it's not like a great summoner spell in its own right, and also in the scenario that he's in doesn't seem like a great summoner spell either. Low CC means he doesn't need cleanse, so if he wanted that safety, he could have gone like barrier or something along those lines, or gone TP to try to get better backs. I don't know. I don't think Stevenator's heal is a great decision.
Yeah, I agree. I think the barrier might have been a little bit better considering that there's no Ignite from Unique. But I think the fear of Unique potentially taking Ignite is enough for him to... Ooh, down to the bot side.
Ooh.
Backpack takes a fair bit of damage. He's ignited. The heal's going to come through. Teach gives him the heal. He's going to walk away.
Yeah, summoner spells very better.
No collapse.
There. Oh, he's still not able to get anything but pushing Viator in constantly. We saw the flash and the heal out from the bot lane of SKZ. Oh man.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, Goey up in this top side. He's going to deal some damage down on a Viator. Might look for a kill here. He does have the Fear Beyond Death, but Viator does also have the Unstoppable Onslaught for him.
Yeah, be very careful. Yeah, Urgot just gets to win duels because of the ability to kill someone at 20% of their health bar. So even beneficial trades, if they're not beneficial enough for the Scion, just doesn't mean that he can duel immediately. It's a shame playing against an Urgot like that, but that's just the way that it goes.
Oh wow, Stevenator, he's looking for a solo kill down to Unique. He's going very low. Wow, one more auto attack might have actually just been enough. But Unique is going to get away with just his flash.
Yeah, just under, I think it was like 25 health is what Unique was at. That last E just barely saving his life.
Oh, it looks like Viator and Goey up at this top side. They're duking it out. Oh, but Goey, he might actually get the upper hand. Oh, he survives just barely with the pull of the Fear Beyond Death. He's going to run away. He's only at 10 HP, but Viator will not be able to catch up. Goey with the solo kill. Throwing up the thumbs up. He's going to get the recall off.
My God, that was a fantastic 1v1 from both sides with Goey just barely inching it out with that. He went Spellbook Ignite just so that he could do that.
Oh, Ajat no excuse here in this mid-side river. Oh, and Ajat gets the solo kill down on a no excuse. The pings go down onto him. And that might be why he took PTA.
Yeah, just maybe. I didn't see him actually fly backwards there, so there's a cool interaction with Graves that if you're autoing something while you E, you can completely cancel the animation on his Q and his
Not
ult.
anymore.
I'm sorry?
They removed the alt cancel a long time ago.
They did?
Yep.
What? When?
A long time ago.
I don't remember that.
Go on the Graves subreddit and talk about it. They'll be very upset with you.
That was like the best part of his kit was doing that. It looked like that just happened, though. It looked like he just did that.
No, he dashed back. It just wasn't a lot because no excuse also dashed forward at the same time.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. That's a shame. Well, now I'm upset because that was like the coolest part about Graves. Was that?
It's definitely a little bit of a change in the mechanic. Luckily, it's just the alt change, but looks like there's going to be a gank in the mid side. Ajat not going to be close enough to get the shockwave off as Unique gives him a little sombrero.
That was kind of funny. Oh, that's why. Okay. I was thinking that the Graves was on the other team and that Orianna ult just did nothing, but then I realized they're on the team. I'm in a world of my own. That Graves thing really just threw me off.
Viator and Goey again, just trading up in this top side. Goey trying to show his superiority with the 4CS lead and the solo kill.
Yeah, almost on the Black Cleaver already as well. And because the Cinder Hulk or the Bombing Cinder came out, no armor yet for Viator. So if Goey is able to get to that Black Cleaver first, it's going to be very difficult for him in this laning phase.
Man, Ajat is just all up in Stevenson's freaking face. Always mid for the past couple of minutes ever since he got the kill onto Excuse. He's just been trying to push so much more forward onto Stevenson.
Yeah, trying to take some pressure off of Unique here. Unique is down about 20 CS to the Syndra right now. Dragon probably going to go over to the side of SKZ here, though.
Unfortunately, with Graves going mid and taking a little bit of a chunk, it means he doesn't really want to try to prioritize this Dragon. Well, SKZ sees what's going on. They see the Heisa over the river, and they are going to get the Dragon anyways.
Yeah, just waiting on the burst, trying to get that. Ooh, the Kleptomancy proc. That's what I like to see. Anyway,
a very nice Klepto proc from Tej.
Oh, interesting adaptation. So Tej wasn't able to actually buy like a a sheen on his first back. So instead, he went for tier. He went boot, or he got his boots through earning, and he went cull. I've seen more culls lately on a lot of people on like ADCs in general. I'm not sure if that is just a new thing or if people are just buying it, but I see it quite a bit. Certainly a good item for getting ahead. It's something Ezreal can definitely use really well.
Yeah, especially with the amount of money that it takes for him to build up anything.
Let's see. Anyone posturing for days? So Graves is on the top side right now. There's nothing on that top side to take right now, but it looks like maybe he's trying to set up another gank onto the Syndra.
He does have the Raptors, but it looks like he's not going to go for it. Stevenator throws a little bit of a warning shot, a couple warning shots actually. None of them are going to land. Oh, Goey up at this top side. He's going to try to kill Viator. He's got the Fear Beyond Death. The top bomb slot comes through, and he is unstoppable by the way. He's going to run away.
Yep. Interesting interaction between the champions. Not quite enough damage out of the Urgot yet to be able to just pump him down that far, but wasting the ultimate of the Scion means that he can't make a play with it later in this game. The CS, though, in the top lane is very, very even compared to what it was last game. Urgot had a massive lead last game over Unique Scion, as opposed to Viator's in this one.
Especially considering that Goey actually got a solo kill down on a Viator. The CS lead is actually pretty, it's not really there.
Yeah, and now it's coming in.
Oh, there's the Shen. Oh, it looks like it's going to be the 3-man up top side. Goey bit off a little bit more than he can chew, and he's going to fall to Ajat.
I'm not sure that the Shen ult was absolutely necessary, but getting more gold spread around the map is beneficial, basically no matter what. So, happy to see them willing to use that, especially because the bot lane of SKZ just backed. Now, very even gold at the moment, and 2 kills on the Graves means that he's going to be a force to be reckoned with coming into the mid game.
Graves or Ajat trying to do whatever he can in this game to pull his team together, get some kills, potentially try to carry this one.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be really good if you were able to do. Oh my goodness!
Oh, down on the spot side, it looks like everybody's trying to fight. As the Graves is running down, there's going to be the disengaged backpack. Does, however, use the quickening. Asadius uses Killer Instinct as well.
Yeah. I'm not sure how Asadius was able to use that ultimate there, because it looked like what he did was ult immediately after the WE went down, and so he took almost no damage from it, which was really good by him, but I don't know how he was able to get the ult off, unless maybe it was onto the Rakan. Still really well played by Asadius in that one. Oh.
On this top side, Goey actually taking the wrong side of the trade here. It's Viator. He's leveling up that W now, and it's getting to be a pretty big shield.
Yeah, also got 2 armor. Oh, fighting on the bot side. No, take us back to the bot side. What are you doing?
On the bot side. Looks like they're going to chase a little bit, but nothing else is going to come out. Assuming going to sit in the bush. He might try to look for Tej, though. He's a little bit far forward. He does have the E to jump away if he has to, though.
Yeah. One of the best just escapability spells in the entire game. Any CC that you can just like auto-register your E and teleport away, like a Blitzcrank pull. If you're E away from a Blitzcrank pull and still get pulled, you still E in the opposite direction. So, busted, I would say. Remove him from the game. Ugh.
Yeah, I feel like he should be banned for a certain amount of time, maybe a week.
A week. How about just for the first round of playoffs? Let's say that.
Okay,
Yeah,
that seems fair.
seems
Gonna
good.
be a little bit of trading down in this bot side. Nazumi trying to make sure that his AD carry can get some CS. So ADS can be able to pick up that whole wave.
hmm
Everything's going to be hunky-dory there. However, it looks like Schism going to try to invade here. Ooh, the E smite from No Excuse.
Yeah, that was really nice for No Excuse to be able to get that little like steal off. It doesn't mean much in the grand scheme of things, but like it's just like it's a momentum builder. It's a confidence builder if you're on the side of SKZ.
Reign of Kings doing fairly good at staying even in this early game. The longer this game goes, the better off they are realistically as the CDS gets to scale.
Yeah, Sadius gets to scale, and we also see the Orianna get to scale. You know, once she gets past like the Ludens, Morello, Void Staff kind of area, she really starts to pump out some fantastic damage. Laning phase has been really long. This is 16 minutes, and we haven't left the laning phase yet.
Yeah, up at this top side, Ajak going to try to come in here. No Excuse. He's going to dash on forward. The Shen ult down onto the Ajak. Fear Beyond Death is going to pull him through. He is going to get the kill. Goey, he's trying to survive here. Stevenator going to get the ult down onto Unique, who is going to fall. Goey is stuck up here in the 1v2. Stevenator trying to help. Goey is eventually going to fall, and they are going to pull away from the fight, and they're going to let Reign of Kings just take the top turret, and they're going to go mid.
Yeah, but the Shen ultimate means that Alsadius has to completely back off the bottom wave, and so first tower gold should go the way of SKZ. There it is. Maybe even second tower gold. They have another person. Nazumi is down here, but I don't know if he's enough to stop this turret.
Oh, Nazumi going forward. Stevenator still just going to pull away. He's going to be A-okay. He's just going to push down in this mid turret and probably look for the reset here. But that is another Drake for the side of Schism.
Yeah, so far an Ocean and a Cloud Drake. Ocean's really good for, this Ezreal and even for the Rakan later stages of the game. 5 tons of mana. And then the Cloud Drake is just going to allow their rotations to come all the faster. The Urgot now 2-2-0. Still has a pretty sizable lead over the opposing Scion. And a little bit more gold in the pocket of No Excuse means they could probably be more proactive around them.
Backpack seems to be just chilling in the fountain for now. Oh, there he goes. He's going to start moving back. Oh, no, he's going back. And off he goes. He's going to be looking to go down in that mid lane and try to help his team maybe. It's a pretty even game, although there is a bit of a gold lead for the side of Schism.
Absolutely, about 2,000 gold sitting here. Most of that, I would assume, is on. Actually, it's pretty well spread out. You have about 800 gold on 3 people. You have about 800 gold on the Ezreal, the Syndra, and the Urgot. You have about a 200 gold lead on the Graves. So, yeah, the gold distribution has been pretty good in this game. The kill distribution will get better and better. So much less fighting in this one than we saw in last game, which is... It's a shame, but it's also not a shame. We want to see these teams play a little bit more reserved.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit cooler to see what happens in the late game. You know, maybe it was just Schism got an early lead, and maybe Reign of Kings is the superior. We go even, then we fight you late game team.
Yeah, maybe. Certainly, they looked like the part of the late game team fighting team last game with those successes, even in the mid game fights where they were down tons of gold.
Ooh, the Orianna Shockwave catches Backpack. He is going to get pulled in, and he is going to get one shot.
Great job by the Orianna to get that ultimate right as he's about to leave, too. He's able to catch him pulling back.
Oh, looks like Tej in this top lane's fighting Viator, and it's not going too hot. He's going to dash forward. Viator does, have the double onslaught, and he's going to run down. He's unstoppable. And Schism's going to get some damage down onto this turret as Yui, he gets caught at the bot side, and he is going to die.
And Izumi was the one that got the kill, unfortunately, but still, great job by those two to be able to walk out without dying. I don't know what happened to the ultimate there. I think he threw it a little bit too early, wasn't able to pick off the kill. Actually, they can just dive this, yeah.
Ooh, Viator. He's in a bit of a dangerous spot, but Tej is too. No Excuse has to keep tanking. Viator not gonna die as the Spell Flux does not do any damage. Tej is going to walk forward. This is extremely dangerous. The Arcane Barrage does not land. The Essence Flux also doesn't land as the red team, being Schism, takes another tower. Or, sorry, Reign of Kings takes another tower. Stevenator trying to look mid onto Unique, will not get the stun off. Getting a lot of damage, though. He does have the ult. Unique trying to survive here. One more bit of damage will do it. Unique survives. Almost getting solo killed again.
The Cinder.
Stevenator with a really good flash. Oh, No Excuse is here. He's trying to look for it, but the Shockwave is there. Backpack also here. He's trying to do a lot of damage. He does it. Nazumi trying to run away as best he can. Nazumi turns around, and there's the W from Asadius. He's going to run forward. The Killer Instinct is up, but he is not going to go that deep. Oh, Goey, he is looking for the Fear Beyond Death. He gets the Q, he gets the pull through, he's going to look down into Asadius. He has the Righteous Glory, he's running forward. Asadius gets the Killer Instinct off, but it is not nearly enough. He might still live here. Knockoff comes through, he is going to fall down. The flip through, Tej gets a kill. Viator trying to potentially resurrect his dead friends, but he is just going to get screwed over, and he's going to have to run away.
Yeah, that just consistent fighting here from these two teams has been immaculate. I love it so much. Again, Goey coming in from the side, getting these awesome flanks off to help win these team fights. Little interactions here and there, trying to get these fights to go in their way. I don't know, like, this is what I want to see. These controlled fights and these trying to pick-offs here from Reign of Kings is how they can try to inch their way back in. And we're seeing that right now. 900 gold now separate these teams. They had a couple thousand gold lead just a minute ago.
Reign of Kings, just like last game, trying to pull through and keep up against Schism. Schism, however, again, mostly in control of this game.
We seen any kind of interesting builds? I still haven't seen Syndra finish her boots yet, which is meh. I mean, you probably want them completed at 22 minutes into the game, but it's not that big a deal because she has that Luden's movement speed. Let's see. No other big, or at least really big. We see the second tier, the second tier item coming out from Ezreal. We know that this is really just the build that you do, but sometimes you wait a little longer to do that the second tier item. So.
And he's trying to look for a little bit more damage. Goey, he's going to have to run away here. Schism trying to look for a fight. Reign of Kings not having any of it. Going to have to disengage there.
Yeah, really quick to point out that like the armor on the side of Reign of Kings is kind of low, but like, or it's not low, but it's not super high. But the magic resist is even more lacking. There's only 2 no magic mantles, one on the Scion and one on the Shen. So like this Syndra is going to be doing massive damage in these mid game fights.
Yeah, the Syndra's going to definitely start to pick up a little bit more damage, as will Tej when he finishes up that next tier item, but the Unstoppable Onslaught's coming through. Here's the Submarine strat trying to do its work. The Shockwave has not been used yet. The ball is not on Viator anymore. He's going to have to dash away. Fear Beyond Death down onto him. Goey, he's running forward. He got the fear off Asadius. He's going to fall down immediately. AJ going to do as much damage as possible before he goes down. The Shockwave comes through. Goey, he is going to fall. The Syndra doing as much damage as he possibly can. Unique is going to fall as well. Stevenator with the double kill. He's trying to look for the triple kill down onto Nazumi. Tej is here to try to assist. He's got the Essence Flux. He's got the double slow. Stevenator running forward, trying to get the execution. Nazumi surviving on just a sliver of health. The auto attack. And Tej is going to get that kill. The ace inside of Reign of Kings.
Yeah, it was a great start to that fight, trying to get Viator on the Scion to engage on that death bush. And they had to split really well. But what won them the fight in the end was Backpack's ultimate from the Rakan. It was a great engage. I think 3-4 people got caught in that initial just ult W. And because of that, they just got blown up at the beginning of the fight. And then the continuation from the Syndra, from the Ezreal, all of that consistent damage just tore through the team. Ended up being a sweep, probably a tower, a dragon. They got a lot from that. So this is SKZ starting to take control of the game.
It looks like they're going to try to look for this dragon here. Tej coming in to help. That'll be Reign of Kings Dragon. The Baron is up and should be their next priority.
Absolutely. They should be able to take it relatively quickly with the Ezreal and the Syndra. Both do pretty good damage to Baron, and they get to stay really safe. The Rakan, fantastic at keeping members high health when taking Baron. This has been a series.
This has definitely been a series. It's been a pretty slow game, but it's picking up a little bit here as Reign of Kings trying to get some damage down on the mid turret. Oh, Goey's here. He's going in from the backside. He's getting some damage down on the Viator. He does not have the Fear Beyond Death on anyone yet. Stadius looking to be in a very bad spot here. The Fear Beyond Death lands onto the Scion, but there's a lot of damage as Ajat tries to go forward. He's trying to do as much as he can. The Shockwave just did so much, and Reign of Kings are going to have to back up into this mid turret if they want to try to get advantage out of this.
Yeah, another great fight from both sides. Like the start from SKZ with the Rakan ultimate and with the Urgot was fantastic. But that Orianna ball placement and the ultimate combined with the Jade's ultimate it just won them the fight. They had to SKZ just had to turn around with their tails between their legs and hope that they didn't lose anybody except for No Excuse. Oh man. That's what you want to see. Yeah, in another 10 minutes, that Orianna ultimate probably wins them the game. Like, just to be 100% on. Yeah, like, once she gets another item or two, and once the Graves gets a little bit stronger, that right there is a game-winning ultimate.
Almost definitely. Unfortunately, Unique, down on all the CS, does not have any of the kills, does not have the damage to make that the game-winning ulti. But it can come through if he keeps hitting them consistently like that, and he can definitely turn this game around for his team. Yeah,
absolutely. Unfortunately, also, they were a little bit behind, and they couldn't get to the Baron either because there were 4 members, and they weren't, completely out of health. So at the time, they weren't able to turn to the Baron and take that. Could have been a great objective for them to get. The Ezreal now completes his Ceres staff AP tier item. So I know it's Ceres Embrace when it's fully done, but he just completed that, so now he's on all of his blue items. Could build a Bork here, but I don't know. I don't think tons of health is being built except for the Scion and maybe the Shen. So I don't know if the Bork is definitely what he wants here.
Reign of Kings are playing a very dangerous game. They have to either call out the bluff of Schism, that they're not doing the Baron, push down mid, or they have to go contest the Baron. It looks like they're just going to call the bluff, and luckily they were right.
And here comes a tricky question here, is who wins at a fight at Baron? Oh.
Well, it doesn't really matter because Goey's looking forward. He's going to try to get the Fear Beyond Death. Unique will get immediately one-shot by it. He gets it down to Ajat, who is getting shielded up very heavily. The Shockwave has been used. Stadius gets a kill down on a backpack. No Excuse. Staying in the front line, tanking up all the skill shots as he cannot be dealt damage to. And it's going to be a one-for-one trade thus far. Oh, but a beautiful flash from the Zambi as he goes forward. He's trying to do as much damage as he can before he has to dip out. He tanked a lot. A lot of cooldowns were used onto him. Ajat running away. A beautiful flash, a flash taunt, but unfortunately there is not enough follow through.
These fights are
the Arcane Barrage. Oh! Zumi living on 15 HP. That single null magic saving him, but no excuse. He's running forward. There's no excuse. And a triple kill shutdown. Everything goes wrong for Reign of Kings as the duo of Tej and Stevenator pile them down.
Oh man, that was a real shame because the Shen ultimate was on Ajay just before he died, and it actually activated. So if he had died at 1 second sooner, it would have been he wouldn't have showed up, and that probably would have been the end of the fight. But because he showed up in that fight, he ended up dying in place. So that went from maybe a 1 kill to 3 kills immediately. That's such a shame for the side of Reign of Kings.
It's been an interesting game. It's a lot more back and forth than you expect from a team with a 5k gold lead. But Reign of Kings is actually going toe-to-toe with Schism despite this rather large deficit, especially being down 3 Drakes and 2 turrets.
Yeah.
Looks like, oh no, Nizumi, he goes a little bit too far forward. The flip comes through. He does not have anything to get away with. Stevenator, my mistake, gets the ultimate off, and he's going to pick up the kill. The ult, however, is down for this next fight, but they're going to go straight on to Baron. This could be extremely risky.
Wanted to see that come in for a little bit there. We saw the Righteous Glory come out from the Urgot. He's been great on these flanks, getting that Yumi is a lot of engage.
Oh, and it looks like backpack. Oh, beautiful engage. Unique's gonna go down here. Asadius not in the best spot himself, as no excuse tries to get Viator. He is not tanking for Asadius. Goey, he's running forward. He's trying to get whatever he can. The Fear Beyond Death is there. The auto attacks are coming through. It is gone now, though. Asadius might go down here. The Q comes through. Goey is going to lose his life for this. Stevenator might too. Viator gets a very good slow. Oh, Stevenator misses the stun. It's just going to be one more spell. Ajat not going to hit the Q. Stevenator just going to sit there for a second, and he is going to die. The solo kill for Viator there. But in the meantime, it looks like Reign of Kings, we're actually going to be doing the Baron. He's trying to do as much damage as he possibly can. Oh, no excuse does actually get it. Viator going a little bit low. He went too far forward. T's going to kill him. Viator cannot tank for much more.
Yeah, great. I don't think that it was necessary to keep going for kills, even with only Stevenator and Goey. Still, the ability to secure that Baron was fantastic. They were able to get it. It was a little slower than they should have. And getting that, return kill onto the Graves was really good for the side of SKZ. Now sitting on, 8,000 gold lead? Great job for them.
It looks like Schism is going to be running down to this Mountain Drake. A very, very important objective for them. It'll be their 4th Drake of the game, which will really scale up their Elder Drake bonuses here.
Yeah, stockpile that on top of the Baron buff here, and they are going to be very difficult to stop here in this late game. Ezreal and Syndra Siege, couple that with a massive engage from this Rakan and from this Urgot, and this is a tough proposition to deal with right now.
And there goes the Drake down for the red side. Everybody is going to try to run down this mid lane, and this could be the fight that chooses the decider of the game. And there's Tej with the WQ damage I was talking about down on Viator. There's about 700 damage as he is massively ahead.
Yeah,
but the freaking Scion! Oh, into the shockwave! Stevenator gets one shot! The teleport does not come through as Goey goes for it, but does not get it. Tej has to run away. The killer instinct is up. Ajat does not want to call this quits yet. Dodges the Q. Viator going very low. The ultimate coming in from Tej. He's trying to do as much as he can. The Essence Flux, he's walking very far forward. No excuse, flashes forward. There's the quickening. The Recombo, he's trying to do as much as he can. He's going forward. The Fear Beyond Death is going to get Unique, but it's not over yet. He's just trying to do as much damage as he possibly can. There goes Nazumi. He's going to have to kite away from the Scion, who is beating him down. No excuse, going to save his friend. Goey, what a play from him. A beautiful Fear Beyond Death. Saves the team fight, and although there's no minions to do anything to help them take this turret, Goey's just tanking it all up.
Goey and Backpack's engages in this game have been absolutely immaculate. Constantly looking for these flanks, looking for these team fights. It hasn't always gotten them 5-man, hasn't won them the game, but that one was the game winner. That was the one. Even in a 4v5, having a really good engage with that Urgot is enough to get them the win. SKZ goes up 2-0 over Reign of Kings.
That will be Schism's game to win. They make it. They go 2-0 in this series, and we will be playing in the final game. We are going to be watching it next up. What a match point from Schism. Well, after that explosive game, we are going to be heading into a quick break. We will be back right after. Hello, everybody. It is match point for Schism versus Reign of Kings. This will decide who makes it onto the semis between these two teams, and we are about to get into the champ select of this game and see what kind of drafts are going to get changed in this one.
Yeah, that's 2 games in a row that the ban phase really hasn't changed all that much, and I'd like to see both teams, or I would really like to see Reign of Kings bring out more stuff. It felt like they went to 2 very relatively similar teams. It'd be nice to see if they had any more pocket picks. If they have anything, they got to start bringing it out now, because if they don't, it's too little too late.
I feel like Reign of Kings has to do something about that Urgot. You have to either pick it or you have to ban it. At this point, picking it's kind of off the table because, you don't get the first pick. But you can always ban it.
Yeah.
I get the Zillion pick, but, this Urgot's been destroying you all series.
Mm-hmm. And, Steven Eater's been good, but maybe getting a winning matchup or getting something into that mid lane against the Zillion might actually be a benefit. Steven Eater on something like a Zillion might be easier to deal with for Unique. He's just been getting bullied these last 2 games, so we'll have to see exactly what we can get.
See the Swain ban, we see the Nocturne ban, we see the Rek'Sai ban, and we see the Aatrox ban.
You gotta see the Urgot ban. That's the only thing.
We're either gonna.
It's gotta be Urgot ban 3rd. There's no way they can't let it through again.
They gotta either ban it, or they gotta hope to God that Goey doesn't first pick it.
They've first picked it twice already. They've already first picked it twice. They're going to first pick it if you don't ban it here. It's gotta be an Urgot.
They have to leave either the Urgot or the Zillion open. The question is, which are they more scared of? The answer is the Urgot.
I'd rather them do that. That is a fantastic decision. It has won them top lane 2 games in a row. It's basically won them the game 2 games. So I'm happy to see them actually adapting their draft this time.
Yeah, Urgot and Aatrox, both a 100% presence in this series. And there's the Zillion, which has also had a 100% presence in this series.
Fantastic. That's what you like to see. You want to see that.
We definitely saw that one coming. You get rid of the Urgot, we get the Zillion. It was either the Nocturne or the Zillion or the Urgot, and they got the Zillion. And it looks like Asadius is going to get to play his first Ezreal game, and he's probably going to be pretty excited about that one.
Yeah, that's definitely beneficial for them. They did say that they were playing it all week preparing for it, but they weren't allowed to play it in this game, so it feels pretty bad because, if that's the case, if we see Reign of Kings do this, we saw game 1 they didn't have their whole roster here; they had to make some changes, and then game 2, they came out and they weren't expecting to have to play against Ezreal, so maybe they weren't ready for it. But this is the game where they finally have all the cards on the table, everything's ready, they have their bans in place. We're gonna see whether they can actually weather the storm against SKZ.
Well, there's the 3rd Scion pick of the series for the side of Reign of Kings. They have been consistently playing it, and this could be the 2nd Kindred lock.
Yeah, that's a Cloud9 nobody gets to die composition with the Zillion and the Kindred ultimates both keeping everyone alive all the time. There's no Aatrox, otherwise it'd be the very no one ever dies composition, but we won't get to see that, unfortunately. Now instead we replace it with a Shen, who now, if you don't die twice in a row, you get a massive shield. So, great.
And we saw the Shen support last game from Nezumi, but could also be top lane for Goey. We did see that the Urgot got banned, and I know Goey does actually play Shen, but so does Backpack. So it could pretty much be anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
The Lee Sin Hover.
Ooh. It's like a soft counter. I like that better. Yeah. I like that better because if SKZ wants to set up a team fight with these AoE areas, things like the Zillion bombs, things like the Kindred ultimate, the best way to handle that is Lissandra, because she has tons of AoE CC, AoE damage, and that ultimate keeps her alive. So if she builds Zoni's Hourglass, and she ults herself, she can literally stay immune for the enemy team for 5-6 seconds, an entire spell rotation's worth. So I like that. I like the Lissandra pick.
Definitely agree, and they are going to ban the Kaisa. They're actually respecting it pretty hard from the side of Reign of Kings. Schism has not picked their AD carry yet, which is surprising because in every draft up until now, they've actually picked their AD carry second or third.
Yeah, and this has been a primarily we get to see them Reign of Kings finally ban out that AD position to protect this Ezreal. On the other side, they're still going back to these support bans. They're trying to keep Izumi out of this game and keep him away. I like the Rakan ban too. Backpack
Yeah.
incredible on the wow.
Backpack did play an absolutely nutty Rakan. The Camille ban almost expected.
Disrespect. That's respect for Ajay, and I like that. I like that they're willing to go to that. So.
I would like to see a nice engaged support or Lee Sin. Lee Sin is actually a very good champion into the Kindred, being able to kick her out of the Lamb's Respite and kill her. Although Goey can 100% bait it, and there's the Alistar I was talking about.
I like that. The question is like, what jungler goes with that? So they have multiple sources of AoE CC and AoE damage now. The Ezreal's really safe, so you don't have to worry about peeling him very much. So the question is, what can they go in the jungle that provides even more damage? So if they had picked something like, I don't know, if they had picked something AoE, I would have said Brand is a really good pick out of the potential like support or mid lane pool, but that's not really an option at this point. We get Jhin and Tahm Kench bot lane. Wow. All right.
Schism with a little bit of a weird draft here. They draft the Jhin and the Tahm Kench. They have the Kindred Zillion, the Blabber Jensen combo. They have the Shen top. The Jhin Tahm Kench is a little weird for me. I know some people enjoy it. I think it's kind of weird to put Tahm Kench with a non-hyper carry.
Yeah. So this is literally just a you don't die composition. So you have Zillion ulting a Jhin. You've got Kindred dropping an ultimate. You've got Shen ultimate. You've got Tahm Kench, W keeping him safe. This Jhin, if he dies, SKZ is not doing their job properly because this is a do not kill our ADC composition. It is shocking that they went with Jhin over anything else, but maybe they felt it necessary, or maybe they plan to play more around the Kindred than anybody else, but we'll have to wait and see. We saw the Xin Zhao locked in the jungle on the side of Ajay.
This is a different draft for both sides. Reign of Kings obviously sticking to their gut with the Scion. They have Ajat on a very, very early game. Xin Zhao looking to try to make plays. And they also have the Lissandra. But my biggest fear has to go to the side of Schism. Mm-hmm. They have the Zillion, they have the Shen, they have the Tahm Kench, and then they're putting all of their eggs into the Kindred basket. If Jhin gets ahead, but so does Scion, then Jin's kind of negated. If Kindred falls behind, this is very, very dangerous for Schism, as their biggest damage dealer is almost completely knocked out, and it's really easy for Lissandra to just abuse the hell out of a behind Kindred.
Yeah, and the other big thing is that Lissandra is one of the few champions whose wave clear is pretty cheap and pretty accessible early into the game with no AP. So, like, against a Zillion, Zillion has good wave clear, but it's kind of difficult to use, especially in the early game where you have to use your mana, you have to use your W sometimes. It gets a little bit, taxing. So Lissandra is going to be able to roam on the Zillion quite a bit, make plays happen. Alistar and Lissandra are also really hard counters to Tahm Kench because if he eats a target, Alistar can WQ and knock both of them up, and then neither one can go anywhere. Lissandra, the same thing. She ults the Tahm Kench. They're both stuck in place for the foreseeable time. I think this composition from Reign of Kings could definitely take a game on SKZ here.
It's an interesting one. That's 100% for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like I would have definitely rather Schism play a stronger hard carry, AD carry. I think the Tristana was good. I don't know why they avoided it this round. I think it could have been all right into the Ezreal. The Jhin might just be a counter pick, though.
It could be. It could also be that just TJ is a really, really good Jhin player. That could be what we're not seeing. Maybe he is just like an immaculate Jhin player. I don't actually see it in his history, though, so I don't know if he's ever even played Jhin. But we'll have to see how the game goes. Anyway, yeah, we'll be right back after a short break to see Game 3 of SKZ versus Reign of Kings.
My name is Tim Borseth, and I own and operate Games XP in Decorah, Iowa. Games XP is a geek paradise. We carry everything from Pong and Atari all the way to Xbox One and PS4, and all the games that would go with those consoles as well. We also carry a ton of movies. We have handheld games. We have Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon. We have D&D and Pathfinder. We carry Warhammer 40K. We have a vintage Star Wars selection. This place is great. My wife and I have had 6 kids, and they are so much fun to work with here at the store. They run the store as much as I do.
And we now repair cell phones, game consoles, computers, and small electronics.
Our store is instant fun. Not only is there cool music and cool stuff to look at, but we have a game room that is so much fun. It's free to play, and you just plug in your game system and enjoy life. The Game XP motto is bringing joy to people's lives through our products, people, and a place to play. So you have got to come to Decorah, Iowa, and check out Games XP and experience this geek gaming paradise.
All right, everybody. We are into Game 3 of Schism versus Reign of Kings. Schism is up 2-0. They're at the match point, and they're looking to take this series into a close so that they can make their playoff match against PPC.
Absolutely. It's going to be an interesting one. We see a couple of new keystones and the pause. That's right. It's not Games XP without at least one pause, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we like to see.
It's also not Games XP without a $30 donation from Frisian. We love you.
Yeah, we love you, Frisian. You're the greatest.
I wish he'd marry me.
He's the best boy. Everybody give claps to Frisian. Very tiny, tight. Congratulations. Seriously, we do appreciate it. It's a great contribution to us. So. Well, now that we're in pause, we get to look at all of the great things that make this game wonderful. For example, we have a Glacial Augment Tom Kench. That's something we haven't seen for a while. It was really popular on him back in the day.
You also get to see the pause and the color that goes with it.
The pause and the words that come with it.
the pause timer. We can count together. 12, 11, 10, 9. See, we're learning counting.
Yep. All right.
Tell your parents you're doing something educational. You're learning how to count backwards.
How to count backwards from 30 minutes.
That should be the next topic on the podcast. Who do we run that by? Probably Nick.
Who runs the podcast?
I think it's Nick.
Yeah, isn't it?
I don't know, but the point is this would be a good way to waste 30 minutes in the podcast. You just count backwards.
Count backwards from 30.
Relaxing. This is what you're supposed to do when you play League. Whenever you're having a bad game, just count backwards from 30 minutes. And by the time you're done, the game should be over and you should be in the next one.
Yes.
And then you can start the process over. Oh, now we get to 3, 2, 1. Yay! Get the mastery flash from backpack.
Welcome back, everybody, to the game.
And here is game 3 coming at you live.
Oh, we got some mastery flashes in that mid lane.
Ooh,
Showing
like
each other
dancing.
some love. Finally, a 5-point between these two teams. I love to see it. I love the competitiveness, just everything between the two teams in this best of 5. Game 3. Unique is inting because he didn't take Aftershock on Lysandra, and every Worlds player does that, so he's in. Congratulations.
And there's the cowbell. Everybody loves cowbell.
Yep.
Thank you, Nizumi.
Thank you, Nizumi.
Ding, ding, ding. Oh.
Almost as toxic as Lux spamming laugh or Lulu spamming laugh. Either one of them is just awful.
See, this is just Nizumi's way of clapping for Frisian.
Congratulate. Yeah, everybody get some. We need a cowbell. Oh man, that'd be a cool. That'd be really cool. We should get a cowbell.
We should get a GXPC club.
Oh, and another pause. Let's go.
GXPC cowbell ruined.
GXPC cowbell.
Oh, yikes, XPC.
Yeah, yikes. GXPC like pause timer.
Pause part 2 electric boogaloo.
Oh man.
We're getting right back into it. Nothing's happened. We have literally nothing to talk about. Nothing is weird. Nothing has changed.
I told you.
People fun.
No,
We just get to
there's
have
something
fun.
weird. Unique didn't take Aftershock. He's inting on Lysandra already. You might as well consider the game.
God. As I'm really upset over Unique not taking Aftershock because that's what you go on Lysandra, my friend. Then you're
Obviously.
unkillable. I have some stats here. So from the voting, it was a 56% vote for Schism, while a 44% for Reign of Kings. So it's actually pretty close. A lot closer than I personally expected.
Yeah, especially with these last two games going the way that they did. You'd think more people would, throw a vote towards SKZ, but people have faith in ROK. This is the game I would expect them to do well. We'll have to see how Unique does on the champion. Already the best part of Lysandra is the completely free of mana poke that you get from playing her just by being Lysandra. Pretty great.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing okay in CS. He hasn't missed one yet. When he does miss one, we can blame it on the comment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
he
might
didn't
be it.
get Aftershock.
Oh, he got it anyways. Oh, and it looks like AD. He might try to look for the gank here. Unique gets the slowdown. Ooh, he gets the dash.
Yep. What a job already by this. Like, already we've seen Osadius hit more Qs in the first 2 minutes than we saw last game. He's fighting in the top. What is happening? This game is already a new game. This is great.
Yeah, this is way different from last game, but not at all different from game 1.
No. Uh-oh.
Oh, backpack aggressing forward onto Asadius. That's a little bit dangerous, walking up a little bit far forward. Lepto stack for Asadius as Viator and Goey juking it out in the top lane. Viator definitely winning it though.
Absolutely. Something to note also, I completely... Fighting.
Ooh, the combo from the cow, and backpack is just going to swallow him up, spit him back out. And looks like 80 mana wasted for nothing.
What a shame. You see an Alistar engage, and then you see a Tahm Kench. You just have to be
Uh-oh. This could be really bad. No excuses to run away. He is not going to get the Skull Crab. Asadius is actually going to be the one to pick it up. Tej is walking far forward here. This could be a little bit dangerous. They're going to get collapsed on. No excuses is going very low as Nizumi catches him out in the jungle. Oh, Ajad, he's going to flash over. He just needs the EW. No excuse. He's going to get eaten up. Tej not in the best spot either. The double bomb coming in from Stevenator. Saves his entire team. What a beautiful double bomb from him. But no excuse. Again, playing an extremely dangerous game. Unique not going to go far forward. Ajax gets the smite down backpack.
Great job.
Going to fall for first blood. The mystic shot goes through.
Oh.
AJ also going to fall.
Oh.
A double kill for Sadius. And they have definitely been practicing with this Ezreal.
Sadius showing off the rank 7 Ezreal, showing off what he could do on the chain. It was a gorgeous couple of plays, despite the double bomb and another +3. Let's go.
Welcome to EU. We're really an EU server now, baby.
God, this is the best. To break down some of the action we just saw, phenomenal. I'm so excited. Yeah, we saw like the slight invade trying to get the, I think it was the Kindred trying to get that, I think it was his mark on that bottom side scuttle. Just got caught out by a shade, and then both teams collapsed really, really well. Despite the double bomb from Stevenator, basically every other thing that happened in that like 4v4 went to the way of Reign of Kings. So good job. Also, both kills going on to the Ezreal, which is even better. I'm excited to see what he can do on that champion now that he's got pretty decent advantage.
It's a different game. I really wish I didn't pause looking at the bot lane minions, because it makes me really sad knowing that the majority of them are going to die before anybody can pick up that sweet, sweet XP.
The sweet, sweet XP. It's fine because they got kills. Kills are more important than experience, minions, towers, barons,
yeah,
dragons.
Always prioritize.
Not red buff, though. Red buff's more important than kills. Always. That's what my jungler says, at least.
My jungler always says Raptors is more important than my life.
My jungler likes to say GG open mid when I'm in mid lane. I don't know what it means.
Yeah, me neither. It's just a massive mid difference, from being totally honest with you. I'd like to point out that Tej didn't actually go Hail of Blades. He went Fleet.
Yeah, since the nerf, people have been really shy of going like Hail of Blades. There's a small like glitch with Hail of Blades where you would get the Hail of Blades proc on that first auto as well as the next 3, which obviously takes away some of its power, but it's still a great keystone on him. Like, it's still probably his best keystone. Fleet Footwork was the one that you used before that, though, so I guess people just kind of defaulted to it, but I'm pretty sure Reign of Kings is still the highest win rate keystone on Jhin right now. PSA for all the ADCs out there. Stop taking Fleet Forward.
We wouldn't be GXPC if we didn't have a pause. We wouldn't be EU without 2 pauses. And we wouldn't be in playoffs without 3. So here we are, 3rd pause as Backpack DCs, and now we have to wait for him to come back.
The only thing that can complete that, like, the holy trinity of those is if it were KTA the whole time. That's 4 pauses at least, right there. Maybe the whole pause time completely eradicated right there.
Well, you know, I think we've got a little bit of time. So how about we talk a little bit, Rebel? Knock knock.
Who's there?
Cow says.
Cow says who?
No, a cow says moo.
But that wasn't the joke.
Sorry.
Knock
knock.
Only. Oh god, no. Who's there?
Europe.
Europe who?
No, I'm not.
Only highbrow content here on I think the sound that I just heard was our producers like throwing things across the room out of frustration at the caster.
We've had 9 minutes of pause time. We've had almost triple the amount of pause time we had in game time.
Yeah, it's a shame, but such is life, you know? Yeah, the Ezreal's got enough gold for Sheen. That's something. There you go. That's what I got for you.
It's definitely better than nothing.
Better than nothing.
It's so. Did you hear in the news today that Canada legalized marijuana?
Canada legalized marijuana.
No. All right. It looks like we're gonna take a little bit of a break while we try to figure out how long this is gonna last because it's been a little absurd.
Oh, he just reconnected.
And he just
Woo!
reconnected.
We're gonna wait. We're gonna sit in the game. All right. So
All
we're
right.
not gonna talk about that. We will talk about the fact that somehow, despite the fact that Ajit was there for the 4v4 and there for both kills, he still has both scuttle crabs. Look at that. What a man right there. That's a Chad jungler. If I've ever seen one.
That's some Matt. I will dominate. Would be proud. That's some Matt movement. That's a jungle difference right there.
That is a gap in skill right there. No excuse to deny the mark. He gets no scuttle crabs. He gets pushed out of his own jungle. That's what you want to see. That's
the difference between Challenger 30 LP and Challenger 35 LP.
Oh man, that's incredible. The difference between those guys is just absolutely humongous.
Yeah, now we get to see what the jungle difference is really going to do as we finally get back into the game. Ajat stealing up the Raptor camp. Goey pushing up into this top side by himself. He's a little pushed under the turret, and Viator knows that. Oh, Unique trying to look for something here. Ajat is also here. The double bomb.
Oh man.
Stevenator with a really good double bomb is going to survive just by walking away.
Yeah, these double bombs have been absolutely flawless from Stevenator this game. We know why the Zillion's been banned so often now. Uh-oh.
Oh, Viator, he's pushing down onto Goey. Goey's actually pretty low. The Glacial Augment, not enough to cost him his life, though.
Yeah, certainly looking less proficient on the Shen than he did on the... he missed that mini bit still. Certainly looking a little bit less comfortable on this Shen pick than on the Urgot pick. Viator playing the Scion again. This time with the Glacial Augment, probably something better for him.
And there's Goey being forced to TP here, actually. He's doing a fair bit of damage. He did a really good trade down on a Viator, no excuse, is up around this side, but Viator probably just going to go look to recall.
Yeah. Ajit was able to get both of his buffs, both Scuttle Crabs and the Raptors off of No Excuse, as well as both of the assists. He can actually look for a gank, maybe. I think that's what he's looking for right this second. But if he doesn't do that, he should just clear towards topside, and he will be massively ahead of the grid.
Looks like there's a pretty big CS lead up in this top lane. Viator just seems to be giving Goey a really, really difficult time.
Yeah, and the Ezreal with the 5-minute tier of the goddess and an extra Sapphire Crystal to boot.
Oh, Nezumi. Oh, No Excuse. He's running forward up into that top side of the jungle. Ajat wants to secure the Scuttle Crab so that No Excuse can't get it. It looks like... Ooh.
Down there. Combination of the Lissandra and the Xin Zhao was able to actually get that.
Goey pushing forward on a Viator. Just a little bit of a trade up in that top side.
Level 6 from Goey, though. He's going to be able to do quite a bit of work. He'll be able to leave that lane, but leaving that lane is probably not the best thing he can do. The Scion's so decent. And
Spot lane is looking... It's pretty weird.
Well,
The side of ROK is pushing forward, but they're actually down in CS.
The issue that that you run into is just the fact that like Ezreal is the worst champion in the game to get those early kills on, first back. Because every other ADC can buy, you buy attack speed, you can buy, damage. Ezreal buys mana, so it's not great to get that initial couple hundred gold on him. But on second back, he'll definitely be a force to be reckoned with. Absolutely. So.
Yeah, it definitely feels a little bit weird to get early kills on Ezreal. But, at least he's going to get a lot more mana early on, so he can spam more Qs out, which in the end results in more damage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just not all at once.
Not all at once.
The faster he scales, the easier this game is going to be for the side of ROK.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Jhin is, like we were talking about, this is a really protect the Jhin heavy comp. The Shen, the Zillion, the Kindred, all kind of designed to keep him alive as best it can. So if the Jhin falls behind early, that's that's really bad for your composition. Then you're really relying on the Kindred to get ahead. Kindred is not ahead right now.
This top side is honestly just seemingly like night and day compared to when Goey was on the Urgot compared to when he's not. Like right now, he was doing so much. He had so much pressure, but now he's just constantly pushed under tower. He can't look for priority plays. And Nezumi goes out on a backpack of this bot side. He's going to get the stun. Backpack does have the great health, the Shen ult as well. The unstoppable onslaught. Viator goes down to Goey on the top side. There is a teleport from both mid laners. Asadius is going very low. Stevenator finishes his, but nobody else does. The E will not be taken from Lissandra. The bombs will only land one.
A great job by both teams to like respond to that pressure, but the win goes over to Reign of Kings because Viator gets to push in another set of waves into this top tower without Shen being able to respond. He doesn't have TP, doesn't have his ultimate, can't go anywhere, and no one died. So that was a waste of the Shen ultimate, or at least a poor use of the Shen ultimate in the end. Just great job by Reign of Kings, preventing that kind of pressure from coming down.
This game is, it's definitely different from the last three. Reign of Kings actually early seem to be having a little bit of a lead here. It seems that the Ezreal picks and the Urgot ban have just changed this team, and they looked so much different compared to the last few games. And they're actually controlling this early game incredibly well.
Yeah, Schism in the last few games have really gone, it usually goes something like some sort of advantage goes to both teams. Schism gets small advantages that begin to stack, and eventually they just take the game because their small advantages stack to big advantage. But in this one, it's Reign of Kings that have the early advantages. It's really good. It's really good to see. Reign of Kings has a lead, even if it's small. It's 1,500 gold, but it's something, and they're keeping a hold of it. They're not just losing it immediately like in the last couple games when they have had that kind of gold lead. Ooh.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Schism does when they don't have a gold lead, and it'll also be very interesting to see what ROK does with theirs, as they seem to be in control of the game, but they don't seem to be trying to push anything.
Not yet, but again, on second back, this Ezreal's probably going to be able to get his either completely full Mana Moon, or he's going to be able to get a Sheen, or even both. I don't know how much gold he has in his pocket, but when he does get this back here, we'll see exactly how much he's going to buy. And that will dictate probably how much pressure this bot lane can exert.
Yeah, and then again up in this top side, Viator and Goey, they're training, and Viator seems to be doing a very good job of 1v1ing the Shen, trading up against him. He's gonna get that big knockup. Goey, he's trying to look for a trade here. I don't know if he wins this. He's gonna have to back away. Viator actually kind of taking the baddest part of that trade. He actually lost a lot more health than Goey did.
Yeah, Viator, in that particular matchup, the
bot side, ooh, Ajad almost getting caught out there, almost pushed himself a little bit too far.
What are you doing?
Oh, but Ajad, now he's pushing himself a little bit too far. The Swallow is there, backpack. He's going to pop the Grey Health. He's going to try to walk into the Lamb's Respite. He barely makes it over. Asadius trying to get some damage down here. They could look for the dive. The Lamb's Respite is down, but so is Lissandra ult. Backpack is extremely low, but here comes Stevenator. He could get collapsed on. Nezumi does show himself, and Stevenator's forced to back away. They might just go for the Mountain Drake here as Ajat jumps onto it.
And great job by everybody. Is that again?
Viator is going to be teleporting down to secure this dragon. It looks like they're going to get it. A little bit of a waste of a TP. I don't know if it was actually needed.
It's questionable at best. I don't know what just happened in that. I mean, obviously you want that dragon. Like, that's not a bad thing. It just feels weird that he would go for that.
And then Viator drops the double bomb on the Unique.
And then trolls his mid laner by getting double bombed.
That's got to feel really bad as Viator.
Yes, something.
Still, damage onto TJ.
Let's see. Did he get that back? Yeah, he got that back. He's actually going into Trinity, so Asadius is not going into Iceborne, which is what you usually see. He's going into Trinity Force. It's more damage, and it's a little bit better. Helps him with the mobility with the Phage, too. So that's cool. I'm excited to see that. He has basically the first... He's got the Sheen and the Phage, so he's got the two main pieces of that completed for Ezreal. And he also has those tier 1 boots with the extra movement speed from his from the Inspiration Tree.
Now, I'd like to point out that it's 12 minutes and No Excuse has finally gotten a stack.
No excuses finally gotten stacked. That happened in game 1.
Oh, this might actually get him a kill now. Oh no. Zion's gonna run away.
Yep.
He's just gonna run away like nothing ever happened. He's actually gonna recall too.
Good job by the Scion. Obviously, you want to use that either proactively or to get back to lane instead of having to run away, but not giving a kill over is just as important. Let's see, anything else interesting happening? We see that Lissandra went right for Magic Pen boots, and then she also is going for that Proto Belt build, which is it's just her standard build because she doesn't scale super well into the late game. Buying things like Proto Belt for additional actives and additional spell procs, it's really good for her. Helps her wave clear, helps her burst, and that's what she does best. So.
Very good deep wards from the side of SKZ here, but they might actually get caught. Nazumi's running forward. Unique. A very good flash forward. Asadi is trying to get whatever damage he can. The Grey Health is not there on the backpack. He gets ignited. Pops the stopwatch. The Shen ult comes through. He's looking for the taunt now. Ajat running forward. Backpack going very low. He pops the Grey Health, but it will ultimately be the end of him. The double bomb goes down to Ajak. He is stunned up. Nazumi is alone on that backside. Goey, however, is also alone. The Chrono Shift saves his life as Stevenator does not get the double bomb, but does get the single. He's running forward. He's trying to get some more kills. Teach snipes down Unique. Asadius has to flash over this wall. Ajak, he should be okay. A very, very good fight from Schism.
Yeah, Schism. Yeah, I think Schism also had an incredible job because they were about a pixel off of hitting a double bomb that would have caught all 3 of those members there, and they would have gotten 3 kills instead of just 1.
Stevenator, he gets the stun down onto Ajat. There's a lot of damage done onto him. He's going very low, but Stevenator does have to respect him. Ajat going to get away from that fight.
Just everywhere fighting. I love it. Okay, yeah, he's got plenty of health. He has life steal. He's fine. Don't worry. That started off as a decent pickoff for the side of Reign of Kings, too, because they caught out the Jhin basically by himself, and it just led to nothing. Still, Viator here in this top lane putting so much pressure. They're going to lose first tower here eventually, unless they...
Ooh, they're fighting down in this bot side. Ajat going very low. One auto attack should do it. As Ajat falls to no excuse, he's going to drop down the Lamb's Respite. None of these minions are going to go down as he saves the caster Creep's life. The double bomb from Stevenator goes down on Unique. Ooh, and then Viator, the inting Scion's gonna get that top turret.
It's only inting if he dies.
Well, he's stuck in the 1v1 for now, and Goey, he actually seems to almost be getting the better of it. Will not finish it, though.
That was one I think maybe Viator could have turned for. Like, he had his ultimate up. I think it was definitely a possibility they could 1v1 Goey, especially with the level advantage, but I don't know, maybe he just doesn't want that. Does get first tower for his team, so secures that objective off the field. Let's see what else. Trinity Force already completed for Asadius. Now he is about 600 gold ahead of his counterpart, but the Jhin has the Storm Razor already. That's a decent burst item for the Jhin.
If you remember, I said earlier, this game is going to be very scary if No Excuse doesn't get ahead. He does have 2 kills, but he only has 2 stacks of his passive, and that could cause a lot of problems in the late game.
Absolutely. What is happening with the... Okay, we see Shen with a Tiamat. Okay, so he wants to push into the Sion. We see the same build, the kind of Storm Razor, Blood Razor build coming out of the Kindred. Zillion went Rod of Age. Yeah, nothing crazy yet. That's a shame. I would like this.
Yeah, no real crazy item builds. The Proto Belt from Lissandra, pretty all natural. Look for the Zonias. Ajat, however, I'd like to know what he's going to try to go into building, because he could go for the Trinity Force, but I've also seen some people go for things like Sterix Gauge or Black Cleaver or maybe Titanic Hydra even. I don't know if it's that good, but I know some people do it.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like a game where Black Cleaver is super beneficial, because the only one that's going to be really stacked in armor is the Shen. So in the grand scheme of things, I think building a Black Cleaver is a poor idea. So if he knew that, he would probably go for 54.
Down in this bot lane, Sadius getting some really good poke down into Tej. Ooh, it's looking a little bit dirty as Nezumi does not get the combo off. He's trying to look for the stun. He's got the trample. The Shen ult's coming through. Everyone's rushing down onto him. Ajat taking a lot of damage. He is blocking what he can. Nezumi with a very good amount of peel will get tongue lashed in the end, but he should walk away.
Yeah, it looked like a Sadius maybe disconnected there for a minute because he just wasn't moving. He was just standing in the bush. Yep, there it is.
Oh, another pause from Schism. Means more depression for the casters. All right, let's recap everything that's happened.
Okay, so they had that level 2, level 1 invade on the side of Reign of Kings that led to a fantastic double bomb, but 2 kills onto the Ezreal. That is why the Ezreal currently has a gold lead. And then we had the team fight where they got a 1-for-1, where they killed, I believe it was Tom Kench in exchange for Lysandra. And then they had that bot lane dive where Xin Zhao had yet to back, and Alistar was attempting to peel. Those 2 got killed, and they weren't able to get the Ezreal because there was the minions got thinned out a little bit too much, and that's where the 3-3 scoreline comes from. Top tower was being taken, getting my bad, Gowie or Gowie, I don't know, Goe, I don't know. People yell at me for my pronunciations of names. He's been getting pushed in all day by this Scion, and he lost his tower basically to minion pressure exclusively, and that's where we stand in this game right now.
A very good summary.
That's right.
I'm pretty proud of you, Rebel.
Thanks.
We're going to get into the game again, 18 minutes in. There has been almost as much game time as there has been pause time, unfortunately. But it's GXPC. What can you expect?
I don't know. But,
well, GXPC and EU.
we bring entertaining games at minimum. We have our own private little meta. We have our own private little players. We have our own. It's a little league, and it's really nice to be around and in the community. And while the meme of pause time is kind of existent, I wouldn't trade it for the world. This is a great server. This is a great tournament. And I love it. So
look, you don't have to sell me anymore.
I don't have to sell you anymore.
I'm already here. What more could you ask for?
More could I ask?
I can't do anything else other than join and try to be a part of staff.
That's what you're here for, my guy.
Sadius, he's getting dove onto the force shot, gonna take him down very, very low. Stevenator trying to get onto him. A lot of teleports coming in. Viator is here. The Arcane Barrage from Sadius. He's doing as much damage as he can. Nezumi going down. He goes very, very low. The Land for Spite doing what it can. Chrono Break. No excuses. Completely stunned up. Ajat doing what he can. Gets down Tej. Backpack up at the front line. Will be there for a very long time. So it doesn't seem like anybody can dive onto him. A beautiful dodge away from the Q so he does not get knocked up and killed. A single bomb from Stevenator, but he is This could be the turret instead of our okay.
Maybe disconnected again.
Oh, yeah, he's just kind of standing there. He's not hitting anything. They're going to abuse it.
Oh, no.
He's getting abused. And he gets shut down. Unique running away. This is probably going to be another pause in a couple seconds here right after they get away from the fight. Nothing as of yet. It looks like they will not actually be pausing, even though Sadius has seemingly disconnected, just kind of stood there and took his punishment.
He's disconnected. They might have to pause. They have to pause. They have pause time still, don't they?
They do. They have a couple minutes left, not a whole hell of a lot of time.
Yeah, the first amount of pause time actually was over to backpack.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they have plenty of time to pause here if they want to. He's not coming out of base right now. Yeah, I'm not sure why they're not pausing here.
Yeah, this is definitely a little bit weird. Sadius is not in the game. He's currently just sitting at the Nexus. Unique is running out. He has reconnected.
Nope.
He's disconnected again.
Pause the game. What are you doing?
Again, seemingly no pause time.
I don't know. Maybe
not 100% sure what's going on, but it looks like they're going to try to play this one out in a 4v5. Reign of Kings playing a very dangerous game against Schism. You know, like, Schism already try to bring this game back, but the 4v5 just makes this so much more difficult.
Yeah, what's even further shame beyond that is just the fact that, like, he had a really good early game. Like, Asadius has had an amazing early game. He's looked great on this Ezreal so far. Definitely, like, the best performance we've seen out of him most of the day. it just seems like despite these performances, just not being able to play is what prevents this team from actually getting things done. And it's a shame because they had some really great plays. That last play and that last team fight was immaculate. You know, they took a 5v2 and turned it into a 5v5 and got a 1-for-1. So,
fortunately enough, Sadius is back.
Hey, go. Rip Alistar.
Luckily, they didn't lose a whole hell of a lot, but Sadius definitely missed out on a little bit of XP as Tish has almost completely caught up as he takes a big chunk of poke from Lysandra.
Mm-hmm. Goldby doesn't spiral too far yet. The shutdown onto Asadius was decent gold that went over. He still actually has a lead over TJ though. So, I mean, they're certainly not out of this game, and they've been playing really well so far. So we'll have to see if this game can continue into the later stages.
All right.
The top lane, they might be committing for top lane tower here. Yep.
There's Goey. He's going to try to survive the 1v2 dive here. The turret goes down as he pushes a little bit further forward, but nothing's going to come out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. No Rift Herald take.
Ooh, Nezumi goes for the flash. He gets the W, but does not get the full combo. Unique's running forward. He's just trying to cut away, and he's going to do it successfully as he gets a couple extra auto attacks off on the way away.
Yeah, currently a lot of people all around this top side of the map. The A2, there's Shen and the Kindred, the bot side of the map. I don't know what they're doing right now. Like the jungle isn't owned by Reign of Kings, but they're not slipping into here for a gank. Oh!
Ooh, a good flash. Ajit going for it, then Tej also countering it back up. Ajit throwing out the ult a little bit early, it seems. Didn't want to take any poke damage from Tej.
They have to be careful here. If they back off too far, they're going to lose that tower, but they need to, otherwise they might get classed on by Zillion. They see him here, yeah, they should walk back up, yeah. Looks like Lysandra's going to stay to try to prevent that tower from going down.
It's definitely become a far more interesting game, especially since Asadius has come back. Concerning that they had played without him for a little bit. But it looks like he might be in a bit of a bad position. No excuses running forward. He's going to have leap in a second, but he's just going to let him go. Ooh. It looks like they're going to try to hard engage onto the Shen here. There's two separate fights. One down on a backpack, one on a Goey. He's going to go down here. Flashes over one ult. The Chrono Shift is onto him. Everybody's trying to chase a little bit far forward. Nobody wants to overextend and cost their team the fight, though.
Yeah, no Zillion ult right now.
Yeah, Chrono Shift is gone. Goey is incredibly low.
And no one dies, but they do have priority on mid lane and probably higher health bars right now. So looks like Reign of Kings might be able to trade for a mid tower here. Just from their good play, but the TP comes out. I think that's Shen. That's okay, yeah. Oh, and bot tower goes out, so they might be able to trade turrets here.
Yep, bot turret's gonna go down. Backpack is going incredibly far forward. No excuse trying to look for some damage. Viator goes over the wall, but Backpack's gonna follow him over. That's a lot of attack speed, and that's another kill for the Kindred. As Goey pushes forward, the zombie Scion is behind him. Asadius putting down a lot of damage, gets bombed. He's gonna have to recall.
Yeah, it's a shame again that like Asadius missed that couple of minutes, and this team lost so much map pressure just because of that. It's upsetting that that would happen to any team, but nonetheless, SKZ is playing it out. They're doing their best to just keep this game competitive, and so is Reign of Kings, trying to stay competitive as best they can. I still have belief that both teams can win this game. There is no definitive winner yet. We'll have to see how the game plays out from here.
The game's looking, again, I say it every game of this series, but every game has looked almost completely different. This game has been far slower than either game. Only 10 kills so far in the game. There is a bit of a gold lead. Not massive, not insurmountable by any means. And this is still realistically anyone's game, but Schism is, again, in the driver's seat, just like the past two games.
Absolutely. And this composition that they have, it's good for them to be in the driver's seat with the Jin who's about to rock. Oh, that did almost no damage. Never mind. I thought that auto was going to do way more damage. It didn't. All right.
He's walking forward onto Unique. He gets the speed boost, but he also gets full comboed on. There's the Chrono Shift and the Shen R. That is 2 ultimates.
That's
They're
2
trying to
big
keep them
ultimates.
alive. Those are really big ultimates. This could be where ROK tries to turn the game around. They're trying to look for it. Backpack, he's a little bit caught out, but another amazing double bomb from Stevenator. But it doesn't matter because the Unstoppable Onslaught is just that. It's unstoppable. He's going to run forward here. A lot of damage. It doesn't seem like they're actually going to need any of their ultimates here as Tej is running forward. The blue team gets the dragon. His excuse me is going to come up. He hasn't even been in this fight. It looks like they're still winning it. Jin taking a lot of damage. No excuse is going to get the kill down on to Ajat. And it looks like Viator is going to go fall down with his jungle friend. Backpack on a very good position. The Lamb's Respite actually must be dropped. And I didn't know that Scion Zombie can die in Lamb's Respite.
Oh, wait, I can't. That's actually, that would be a cool interaction. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if that actually did that, but, still, like, cooldowns are getting burned every single fight. Like, that was the Shen ultimate and the Zillion ultimate going down, and they still can't find proper engagements on the side of Reign of Kings because Stevenator's Zillion is just so difficult to play into.
It's very unfortunate for the side of ROK. They had their best opportunity to try to make the play happen there, and they just couldn't lock down the carries. They only locked down the tanks, and it cost them, what, 2 of their members.
Mm-hmm. Still, they have ways into this game. The Ezreal is getting there. The Lissandra is getting there. Like, they have ways to stay in this game, and I don't want them to give up quite yet. Despite the 6,000 gold deficit, I still think they can win the game. They really can. They have to find avenues back into the game. Ways to do that is to probably separate the map as best they can. They really need to break this team into pieces because that's how they lose. If SKZ plays in parts, then, you know, SKZ loses. If they play as individuals or if they play as small groups, they lose. But if they play as 5, like we've seen in the last 2 fights, then they just win because you're not able to do anything. So we need to see Reign of Kings try to separate them as best as possible.
That was mine.
Backpack pushing forward, trying to get a little bit of vision down. Tej also walking forward. No engage going to come through, but the Lissandra Claw is used. As it seems like they're just trying to get a little bit of a 1-3-1 going as No Excuse farms up for that next spike.
Absolutely. The next item, spike on most chain. I mean, we're looking at, you know, Blade of the Rune King is a pretty decent item. We've seen Zillion build health. We're seeing Tom Kench build health. We're seeing health at the Shen. This is a big item for the Ezreal. I don't know what the next one. Probably Void Staff for these Zillion is going to be a big one.
We're also about to see a double Infinity Edge.
Yeah, double Infinity. I was about to say, yeah, Infinity Edge on both ADCs on the side of SKZ. That's 4th item for Kindred also. Kindred is so strong right now.
Oh, Unique throws in the E, the double bomb, and Ajak gets 1-tapped. Stevenator is doing amazing on this Zillion pick, landing every double bomb he's throwing.
He's a beast. I mean, the reason why there's a reason this champion was banned for 2 games in a row. Like it's just that that's what happened. So they relieved pressure in the top lane for Viator, but now they have to deal with the fact that this Zillion exists, and that is not an easy thing to overcome here.
No Excuse is going pretty low, though. She's going to try to look for the smite here. She does get it. Up in that bot side, there's a little bit of a fight going on, and they will actually get the Baron. It almost cost Excuse his life, though. There's Goey. Up in the top side, he's fighting Viator. He gets the Unstoppable Onslaught. That is huge, but it could cost Goey his life. Ooh, a beautiful flash! Goey is going to have to run away here. Unique trying to catch up. He's going to use the Proto Belt, but it is not enough. An amazing flash from Goey as he pops the Zoe emote, and he's going to get away. And he forced 3 people to go bot.
Yeah, force 3 bot. They now have pressure in top and mid wave, so they have to respond to mid first. They're going to get a top tower for free for almost nothing, even after not backing. And so that's just free, and they got nothing for it. They got, what, Shen's flash? That's not worth.
What's really weird to me is how little we've seen Stevenator use his passive, but he has about 710 EXP to give someone.
How much did you say? How much XP you had to give someone?
Yeah, like
click on him.
I think it's about 700. I could be wrong.
I think it's 73. It might be 740, but
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I have no idea yet.
I think the number's being blocked off, but he could definitely give it to either of his bot laners, but he seems to be avoiding it.
Hey, he's been doing that the whole game. Look at right now. I guess TJ's 2 levels above Sadius means nothing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, there's the Goey is actually going to get unique. The dive comes through, and
no.
that is some insane damage from the Kindred. You cannot top this. The damage is insane. Viator goes a little bit too far forward, and it costs him his life. The Lamb's Respite, my mistake, coming through, and that will be the end of him. Oh, Tej is actually in a 1v2 situation. Not only is he going to get out, but he's actually going to be better off than the jungler.
He had to burn his flash and his heal to get away from the Xin Zhao on that one, but yeah, definitely a worthwhile trade. They have nothing.
Oh, Goey with the beautiful flash taunt gives Stevenator the flash double bomb. And that looks like it could be the end for the side of Schism. They're going to try to make this a clean 3-0, and it looks like they're going to be able to do it as Schism clean up the last of the Nexus turrets. They're autoing the last part of the Nexus. Tej is trying to look for a few more auto attacks, but it doesn't matter. This is going to be game for Schism as they go against Purple Cobras in the semis.
Yeah, it's a shame, really, because Reign of Kings looked very competitive. All three had very good portions of them that they looked like they were winning, looked like they had an advantage. Even in this one, you know, the first 15 minutes were incredible from them, and then Sadius, they didn't pause, they didn't do something to help him not burn more time off the clock, and so, you know, he comes back, he's at a deficit, he's levels behind, they can't win team fights anymore, and that they just floundered off. Felt like they just died after that.
Yeah, extremely unfortunate for the side of Reign of Kings. They definitely did not fail to show up. They had some very good games. The showings were actually incredibly good. Unfortunately, they just couldn't close out any of the games, and Schism will win and move on to the semifinals.
Yeah, great job by Schism. Don't take away anything from Schism. They're playing with, you know, No Excuse and TJ, 2 players that are not on their main roster or are on their main roster. I'm not sure which, but definitely a very solid performance from them coming into playoffs. A 3-0 really helps your team feel good about yourself. It really helps your confidence and such. So we'll have to see how they do coming into the Purple Cobras.
Now we have to give out, in probably one of the hardest I've personally ever had to do, we have to give our Player of the Series award.
It's my least favorite part of every game.
Everybody from the side of Schism played incredibly well in both games. I have to say, before we pick anyone.
Yeah, before anybody gets paid, yeah, I would wholeheartedly agree with that statement that he just said. Every single player on SKZ had great performances and great moments in every one of the games.
Definitely agreed.
Okay, so my vote is for either Goey or Excuse. I think both of them in all of the games, not just in like 1 or 2 or in a couple of moments. I thought both of them in all of the games were very impactful and had huge, like, they were just the best portion. My issue is that, like, so like Goey had Urgot twice in a row, so like it's difficult to say like, oh yeah, Goey was just the best because maybe he's just really good at Urgot. Excuse was really good on both of his champions. He did really good in all the games. Despite that, I think I would be happy giving it to either one. What do you think?
I think I would be very happy to give it to either one as well, but I would personally would have to give it to Excuse Me. I thought that Goey showed up incredibly well on the Urgot, but I felt he faltered a little bit on the Shen, whereas Excuse Me just felt like he was standing up proud and tall throughout every game in that series.
Yeah. All right, so let's give it to No Excuse. No Excuse is MVP of the series.
Hey.
Wait a minute.
Hello.
This is the interview portion. So, yes. Rebel, would you like to start it off?
Yeah, sure. First off, you seem surprised that we brought you in here.
Yeah, this is my first time getting an interview. This is my second game with Schism competitively.
We found we found you had a spectacular performance in all 3 of the game, like this 3-game series. How do you and how do your team feel after taking such a commanding victory over Reign of Kings?
Honestly, like after all three of those games, I think we've like other than a little hiccup in the beginning of game 3, like I think we played really clean, like to our win condition. Like we knew like we couldn't force anything early, so my team played really well around my carry picks.
Mm-hmm.
And I think going forward, all teams should be like afraid of our champ pools. They're pretty deep. Like there's not a single person that you can ban out that'll guarantee you to win.
Yeah.
And honestly, even though I got MVP, me personally, like I don't think I deserve it. Like I think everyone else on the team played like really well, and like for example, like Zillion enabled me by constantly pushing the lane. Shen kept ulting and saving. Backpack had insane recon engages. Like I just think we all played extremely well, and we all contributed a little differently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys definitely all did play extremely well. So how do you guys feel going into the Purple Cobras match?
I'm pretty nervous, to be honest, because it's every game like it's a different experience because I haven't played against these teams yet, and I'm honestly just ready to play how we've been practicing. Scrims are going great, so I'm looking forward to just hopefully making a run for finals.
That would lead me to my next question. How far do you guys think you're going to make it this season?
Oh, we're gonna win. We're gonna win, guaranteed.
Do you think you're better than Gaudier?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna smash Gaudier. I don't know who he is, but I think I'm better than him. So
Gaudier's the other juggler in Schism.
Oh wait, yeah. See, I'm the new guy on block, so I don't know.
So I love the confidence coming out of you guys. I don't know. Did you see anything in your draft? You've talked about your own champion pools, but is there anything you kind of saw as you progress through the series that like you guys have an issue with, or maybe something you need to work on?
I think going forward, like there's not really champions or things that we're afraid of. It's more so like we just need to iron out the early game mistakes. I think our biggest problem is that sometimes we're overzealous to take a fight. Like I'm a very aggressive player. Like if I see an opportunity to invade, I'm going in, like without vision. I think game 1, you guys saw it firsthand where I flashed over the wall to kill Camille.
Yeah.
It's just like my playstyle is very aggressive, and it could lead to some problems if teams respect it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's personally like a personal flaw of mine. But
I guess. Prophet, do you have any more questions?
No, I think that's about it. Is there anyone or anything that you would like to say, or anyone you want to shout out, or anything you want to shout out?
I just want to shout out to my entire team. They've been coaching me personally, like, and getting acquainted with the entire team, and it just feels like a very good environment to play in. I feel like I've gotten so much better as a result. Also, the GXPC organization for streaming the games, like that's really hype. I'm looking forward to watching the replays. And also PPC, I'm looking forward to our games.
Yeah.
A very wholesome interview from No Excuse. I believe that will be it from us for today. Remember to follow us on our social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. Subscribe to Twitch when we get our button. And we will see you guys in the next game.